Hey now, give me one moment. One moment. Happy New Year. Happy effing New Year. Hell yes. All the way from Australia. I'm not in Australia. I'm right here. What is that noise? Headphones. How about some headphones? Good evening. I got quite a show. Quite a show. Lot gonna happen. Lot going on. We're gonna make predictions. So what I want from chat at some point, I want to spend 5 or 10 minutes just with chat on coming up with predictions for our bingo cards for 2026. I have to be honest, I was so busy. I didn't come up with a ton of predictions, but I have some, and we'll do it together, and then we can follow this bingo card throughout 2026. So that should be fun. Who do I see in the chat? Miggy's here. Good to see Mr. Manos Official. Happy New Year. Dumb Luck, Will Greer Investor, always. Charles, War Wounds 33. Frank, Rhonda's here. Big Mac. Good to see everybody. I don't, we'll see. Doesn't let's have fun tonight. Then I bought into a break. I have a lot to say. Bought into a break for the first time in what I probably did it 5 years ago, and then I did it in 2012, so 13 years ago. And both those times it was before Fanatics, any of this stuff existed. So you just buy your break spot on eBay, you pay up for your team, and you buy a break. It was expensive. I got into a 2-case break. If you're gonna do it, why buy? You don't want to buy into a half a case. Something's been rummaged through. We're going 2 cases. We got the Twolves. So we're looking for something big in Anthony Edwards. I don't know, something to do, something different. It will not be a norm at all. By the way, they gave me $50 on Fanatics. My student gave me $50. The whole reason of this, they give me $50 for Fanatics cash. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll use that to buy into a break. Well, go figure that the Fanatics gift card can't be used on Fanatics Live. So I still have $50 coming to me in a jersey or whatever the hell I buy from Fanatics, but they will not accept this gift card Fanatics to Fanatics Live. So that's a bummer. What else? Predictions. Today we give it away finally, and I'm searching through my mail and I cannot figure out. I did it last minute here. I was searching product package all the way from Geo. This is what he gave away. It's this big ass box. First time I'm looking at it. So I owe someone this Roman Anthony. It's it feels nice. It definitely feels cool. They did a good job with the packaging, but this is most likely going to Kenny F. and Powers. Aaron Judge autograph rookie. I do have about 5. I guess a Cartel left a voicemail. I do have about 5 or 6 voicemails we'll get to tonight. Ziggy's going to come on. Ziggy's going to share his story over the past year. He's going to participate in some of the break. I know you've seen this before, but I'm excited for the January guest Trike, Chris Sewell, Dan the Cardman, Jeremy Lee, Michael Ham. Again, I think it's going to be, it's New Year's Eve. What are you doing with us? Thank you for being here. Thank you. It's fun for me to hang out with you and be here on New Year's. So yes, but I assume it will be a smaller show. My year, I want to get into my year a little bit, the reflection. Ziggy tells his story. We got the bingo cards. We got Frank. We're breaking into a join a break. I end up spending $200. So if anyone wants to gift a little money tonight to help make up for the $200 I'm spending on this, what do you hit in this? We'll take a look at what's in the product in a minute. I got a mailbox. I don't even know if that's here. I want to reflect over my here. No, you generally cannot use standard Fanatics gift card directly on Fanatics Live. Go figure. There it is, 205 for the break. I have a Griffey watch. I have a bunch of things. I need to get these out of my hands. It doesn't pick up well on the camera. Here's nope, that's still the Judge. Just real quick, the Roman Anthony. I never got it out. I need to get it out to this poor guy. They look great. They look cool. They're too big, but they definitely package nice. Anyways, we'll do the 5 or 6 emails or voicemails we have right now. It's definitely going to Kenny F. and Powers. It's a no contest, no decision. But before, let's just start here because this was last year, right? Just give me 2 minutes. It's my soapbox, whatever. But last year, you have 130 views. The system's broken. So, it's nothing new. And it got 130 views. It's nothing new what I'm saying. 95% down. We wouldn't say that at this point. I did a video on Randy Moss. Love Randy Moss. Well, shit. The Villain Discouraged, 161 views. Pirates Off for the Moon for the Skeens debut, 49 views. So as you scroll up, this is my 2025 resolutions. It got 66 views. Not that resolution videos do huge, but 71 views next to it. 256, the worst rookie card of all time. That was a fun video to make. Ripping up your cards at the beginning of the year got 1.7. Our prices back to pre-COVID. So you can see a few here, but generally I'm getting 152, 90 views. Every Luka rookie card got 1.2, 130 views. So, you know, my channel 8 months ago, 54 views, 264 views, 132 views. We could list them off. And then something happened 7 months ago. And I find stacking. I found my videos got better. The content got better. I got better. I started zoning in. But we have 9,000 views, 742. So this was the beginning here 6 months ago, 11,000. And this was cool, man. 60,000. This got me the channel some love. You know, it finds things really popped off right here. Now, I went to the National for the first time. A large part of that thinking was I wasn't going to the National. Are you kidding me? That's an expense. It's far. I'll just, if I'm going to make that travel, why not just spend cards at home and do it that way? But it was a blast. I'm so introvert. I mean, it's not like I did. I loved walking to and from the mile from the hotel. I loved seeing green because in Vegas, you don't see green. I loved it rained the first day inside the, you know, my first time I ever traveled to the East Coast for the National. So that was a lot of fun. And, you know, then some interviews, and I got to meet a lot of people. There's Run Good Life. James has become a friend, and Trike over here, Troy. And so it has been quite a year, quite a 6 months, really. I met Beckett. You know, Neo's called in, Geo's called in, Chris Sewell, someone I watched for years. I get to have great conversations with. And so it's just, it's really exciting. Miggy, thank you for becoming a member. It's $5 for the month. I do want to try to put out a little more there. I think I can do that in 2026, but there's some videos I try to give you first to the, you know, I give you a 12-hour or 24-hour early sometimes. What else? You get some emojis. I don't know what else you get with it, but it's mainly to support the channel. Thank you, Miggy, for becoming a member. So it was just quite a fun, exciting year. And I look at the videos now, 2,000, 2.6, 2.6, 3.4, and it's like, man, what happened to those 12,000 views? What happened to that? And it's frustrating. But the lives have been gaining momentum, and I think that's some of it. And I also think just keep that. It's just fun. You know, if I compare the whole year to where I was last year, we're 20, 30x. You know, it's fun, it's exciting, and it's just been a neat year. Speaking of a neat year, this is something I'm going to give some love to Frank. He put together, and we'll do a few at a time, and I have more, but this is the first time I met some of everyone. It's the first time somebody called in. Let's just influential. No, we have Rhonda, but Rhonda, it says oh, here we go. Hey, Sports Card Queen's calling in. She was going to say October 4th. First name Rhonda, but we have her luckily here at 6:30 my time. Rhonda, welcome. Thanks for calling in.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good. So all you can see is my profile picture on your side?
Yes.
Okay, that's not good. That's not what I expected. So
Rhonda!
I don't know why it was telling me that I'm coming in as an unknown person. I don't mind showing my face.
Come luck, KK, Real Petty's here.
Yeah, that's odd. I'm not quite sure either.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so the first time we had some technical difficulty. Same thing on my end. We used to have an echo and a fuse. Let's take a look at a couple more. And Dan, we're gonna have to talk some snipe. It's just too big of a story. I'm very interested on your take. Plus, I get to meet Dan's vintage baseball. So let's get Dan out in here. Hey now, Dan, thank you for coming on. Nice to meet you.
Nice to finally meet you face to face.
You feeling healthy? Feeling good?
I'm feeling pretty good right now. It's funny because you get a little scare and suddenly you become like the healthiest guy around, eating vegetables and grilled meat and stuff like that.
Speaking of health, my foot yesterday was 28 days, so I guess today's 29 days. $20 from Mr. Frank. Thank you, bro. That goes. We spent $200 on this break. A matter of fact, let's get to it. Yes, we're still watching. 18 minutes. Frank, thank you, man. So that's going to go a little bit lessen the damage here. By the way, full disclosure, I'm in on it with a friend and a viewer. So a viewer, I hit him up. I'm like, hey, you want to go hazard? He's like, hell yeah, I do. So I'm in half with the friend viewer. If I don't want this stuff. This is what was left. The Wizards, the Spurs. I'm not spending $3,000 on the Spurs. The Kings was an option. Anthony Edwards is a better pull than anyone there. The Blazers was an option. No, the only other option I was really thinking was the Bucks, and I don't think they're there anymore. I think they went for like $289. You could chase Giannis. That was the only other thing, was chase Giannis or chase Anthony Edwards. But I'm not spending $950 on the Warriors, $469 on the I feel like that went down a little. I'm still not spending $470. Spending $200 was enough. It does tell you how much did the Bucks go for? Yeah, $289. That was the other team I was flirting with at the time. So I don't know how this works. Do we have to wait for everything to fill? Ziggy's going to call in, maybe help explain. I don't break. But one thing I wanted to mention is, as Dan came on and we talked about health, and it just, you know, this, we can get to it real quick and then I'll exit it. But the Anthony Joshua story, where the hell is it? There's so much stuff. You know, Anthony Joshua survived the fatal crash. This is the car. They were speeding and ran into like a parked big ass truck on the side of the road. And 2 guys died, and those 2 guys were his coaches. And just really sad story. I doubt it. This is an article saying, you know, they doubt he ever box again. He's 36. I know that would fuck me up enough to where I probably would never box again. Why? He just got his huge payday, but man, sad stuff. So just appreciate, I appreciate having both legs. Appreciate, it's a bummer about appreciate what we have. Appreciate your health, because health, I know a lot of us here, a lot of us in the chat, Dan's one of them, Orlando. I've heard others. There's nothing like it, you know, and when it's taken away, it really becomes the whole bane of your existence, if that's how I would say it. I mean, it really becomes everything. So have a great new year. Thanks for being here tonight. Let's have fun. Let's have fun breaking some stuff. What else do I have to get to? That's okay. I gave 5 crazy facts about the Hank Aaron rookie card. I thought this was neat to look at. Number 1, the back of the card. You see this? Maybe the back of the card features an error for his birthday. It displays February 10th instead of February 5th. So that's when they say it's error. It's a wrong birthday. Despite being known as Hank Aaron, this card is the only card from his playing days to feature his formal name, Henry Aaron, Hammer and Hank. Just 2 PSA 10 copies exist of this card. I actually thought it was 1, so there's 2, with one of them owned by the Diamondbacks owner Ken Kendrick. This guy's collection is outrageous. He's been building it up for a long time, and he has just a ridiculous collection. It is significantly larger than cards today, with dimensions of 2 and 5 ace by 3 and 3/4. It wasn't until 1957 that Top standardized cards to actually not much smaller, but 2 and 2.5 by 3.5. And our last fun fact, the all-time record sale for this card was a PSA 9 copy in August 2022 for $720,000. That's a PSA 9. Yeah, I'm curious what that would sell for today. They said there was no 10s, right? The 9 is 2 10s. Or what would that sell for? Tons. And as it should. This is one of the best cards of all time. I wanted to Grand Slam collectibles. I don't know a ton about them. I think they have a shop, but I see them on social media here and there for years, and I liked what they had to say. In my opinion, this industry is being infiltrated by bad actors, those who enrich themselves while hurting the masses. These include social media influencers, auction houses run by less than savory characters. My bad. And folks claiming crazy sales as a fact, just to name a few. Some of us who were here before it was cool to be in sports cards need to stand up. I've had enough of bad actors in the sports card / Pokemon space. This is our industry, not theirs. We will either fight off these individuals, or they will run wild and leave nothing left in their wake. There's no doubt money and clout are on their side. There's also no doubt integrity is in ours. And this is from Grand Slam collectibles. Again, they own a card shop. Nate Burns here. The boom of our industry was miraculous. It changed the lives of many good people, but wherever there's financial gain, bad actors seem to flood the space. So here we are. What are we going to do? Well said. This is what they're going to do.
Thanks for being here. Good to see everybody. Mike, pleasure as always. Always good to see you. I know a lot of you were looking around the room searching for Don, but we took things offline.
This is how they decided to do it. OC Fantasy Football, Happy New Year. I hope you had a great Christmas. Will Greer, Investor Jimmy 81. Who the hell won the Roman, what is the fuck his name? Not Roman Gabriel, Anthony Roman. Anthony, whatever. I don't know. Roman Anthony. Who the hell won that? I got to remember. Anyways, I got to send it out. I'm an ass for taking so long. I told the guy I was terrible with it, but I will get both of those out to the winner. Should we do voicemails now? Let me finish this video, but when does this break start? This break starts in 13 minutes. I feel like all these teams have to sell before. I'm not quite sure how that works. Let's go back to finishing that video real quick.
Over the last couple of weeks, Donna is serving a 1 conference suspension. She will not be present this week. There is a chance we will let her back in the building for our next press conference announcement. But regardless, with peace and quiet that we get to revel in, sans Donna, today we have a very special announcement.
We
are announcing our first California location. Purple by Tom Brady is proud and excited to announce we will be coming to Sacramento.
Sacramento. They're Cali do this. Wow. Is there a market for this guy? This stupid boutique, this bougie shop in every city across the country? I don't know, man. But I'm not thinking so. Happy New Year, Edward. Good luck, Professor. Thank you, sir. Carvo is the most antiseptic looking store in. Oh, dude. Hey, Brady's AI humanoid. This is why you're probably going to win voicemail of the year. Blue Red Master is back. Hey, man, feel free to call in. I know you're happy about your player here. I saw you in the comments earlier. This hilarious. You know, don't overspend. That's all I have to say. Keep buying your singles. Keep doing your research. I love that, and just don't overspend. What else do we have? I got a bunch. Are we concerned about sports card? It's interesting. I mean, here we go.
Not seen this 2 years ago, year and a half ago even. This is absolutely crazy if you think about it. We are seeing supply catch up to demand in TCG. Obviously, baseball. This even has some like unique.
Maybe some too. It seems like magic.
Product and it's still sitting. Obviously, the brand new Tops. Basketball is still.
Nobody wanted that paper stuff.
Still sitting. And this is even the most shocking one is literally like football is sitting too. This is absolutely
not the best draft class.
Crazy. And the prices aren't astronomical. I'm actually think I'm going to grab 2 of these, but still, you would have not seen this.
He's right. You would not have seen that in previous
years ago.
And I think that's what's happening in a lot of retail right now. I can't say the same for hobby. And looking at the breaking prices, holy shit. Let's look at that real quick. I mean, can you believe this? People are spending $1,000 on the Warriors. People are spending what have they bought? Let's check bought. This kind of blew me away. What is it? Wait. Yeah, these were bought. Someone spent $3,000. The Dallas Mavericks, dude. This is someone we have to watch here. What is he gonna do for Cooper Flag? He spent $3,200. Tay Fox here on the Mavs for Flag. $3,200. Now 2 cases. What is a case of this stuff going for? You know, I don't know, $5-6 grand for both cases. I know it's $2,500 a case. I don't know what it is a case. I know it's $370, at least according to this. It said hobby boxes are $370, contain 1 autograph. So it'll be 24, I think it's 24 packs per box. I think 2 cases, 24 boxes. So we should see 24 autos, 1 per box. Yeah, that sounds right. And if we scroll down, I mean, this is what, I don't know. This is the checklist. It's huge. A lot of inserts. You're basically looking for some crazy here. This is a better way to do it. Anthony Edwards, the most expensive card so far sold from Topps Chrome 2025, at least according to Card Ladder. This 3 out of 5 sold for $2,300. We got some insert here for $760, another insert for $750. Let's scroll down a bit. Yes, I mean, there's some $400 cards. So, I mean, I never do this. I'm doing it because it's Happy New Year. I'm doing it because it's fun. I'm doing it with a friend and viewer. And you guys, anyone wants to help ease the pain a little, feel free to donate tonight. Happy New Year. But this is what we're doing. We're having some fun. We're going to break. We're going to look for Anthony Edwards. It seemed price-wise the best bang. I wasn't going to go crazy. But speaking of crazy, I just think some of these prices, I guess the cheap one. So $800 for the Sixers, same person, Tay Fox. That'll be interesting. $600 for the Jazz, Edgecombe, I guess, for the Sixers. The Bucks, $289. That's who I was with. A lot of these were already gone. Clippers, $95. I mean, you could hit one of those gold parallels of James Harden or Kawhi. I think we're both in the checklist, but the Pistons could be fun for $115, but a lot of these deals were already gone, and there was only a couple breaks that would hit during the time we were live. Let's watch it. I'm all over the place. We did. What is it?
Let me know in the comments what you think that means. Does that mean anything? Is that just because we're tired of this, maybe, or supplies catching up to demand, or I don't know, man. This is nuts. It's Christmas season. Print runs got to be crazy high. But what do you think about that in the comments? That's actually, I don't know. It's an interesting conversation to have because Costco, Pokemon's doing the same thing too. Crazy. You would have not seen.
Happy New Year's. For real though, hopes, new opportunities, 2026, you know, just keep your head up, keep pushing. Life's not easy, you know. Griffey watch, it's up to 40. If you're a Griffey owner, you've been buying Griffey the last year, maybe life's a little easier. 4,800, the PSA 10. March 2024, it was $2,000. April 15th, 2023, it was $1,800. Let's see, 2024 this time, end of the year, $2,300, and it's now up to $4,800. 23, that's double, more than double. It's just not how most investment classes work, most assets work. It's not how most investments in general work. So there's too many of them. We'll see what happens, but it is moving up and all the way up to $4,800. The hobbyscore.com. This is my website. Like a project I'm working on. Football of these 9 players are done. So if you wanted to look at Tom Brady, you could click, and I have them sorted, pop counts, prices. Prices might be a little outdated, but at the bottom, it does directly go to the PSA pop report. It goes directly to buy on eBay, and it goes directly over. Let's see if it'll work. Let's see if it'll work testing. Oh, they must not have this card, but it does at least take you to Brady. But why don't they have that card? Now I want to test one more, and then let's move on. Bowman, how about does it work? Does it work? Does my work? Ooh, I gotta fix that. Oh, there it is. Yep, Bowman 2000. Maybe the last one worked too. I didn't check, but there it is. $12,000. Hi. All right. What else we got? First time meeting, first time calling in. I don't know who it is. Let's see. Paul, thank you for calling in. I met him at the National. I watched his content for probably 2 straight years, but I stopped, and he knows why.
I know who.
Anyways, sports card dad. Good. Oh, you guys can't even see the goddamn camera. Can't even see the
Great
Goki. Happy New
Dustin,
Year, Charles. Happy
Good.
New
How's it
Year.
What were you showing off there? What'd you have?
Oh, I just happen to have boxes of Magic
Hey, I know you guys love that. There's the Magic Spoon cereal.
Spoon cereal, so I don't. Was that product placement appropriate?
Oh God!
That's funny.
No,
that was
God,
fun.
please,
I like
no,
that you.
no,
It's very
no.
important.
Oh, I like that
To
you
laugh.
asked.
Oh, Jesus, this goes. All right. Sports card dad, Dustin. Happy New Year. We're giving away. We'll do voicemails. I'm not quite sure how to do it with the. We could do voicemails now. I feel like it's a little early. I kind of wanted to do voicemails with somebody else on the call with me. Ziggy's going to call in at some point. We got the break coming in soon. Let's take a look. This is all done by Frank. Frank, thank you for the fun work. Really cool. Flippin' Steve, thanks for calling in, man.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
Also, Chris is in the fantasy football league, so I do want to thank him.
Got destroyed again this year. I had Jaden Daniels, so
I am
You
very
got all
bad
the
this
big
year
dogs
as
in that
well.
league. And then there's Ziggy.
Yeah, I'm very bad as well this year, but hey,
Oh,
everybody comes together to this for a good cause. And I've never got to actually thank you, I don't think, in person other than just text or Instagram. So again, thank you for participating in it. That's all that matters.
it's fun.
Yeah, I donated $50, maybe 25. I don't fucking remember. Here we go. Hey, thank you for all these people calling. This is neat. We'll watch one more. We'll do something else. Frank, I came in a little hot. This was emotional. I wanted to get this off my chest. And let's, Frank, welcome to the
Frank.
show. Intern Frank.
I love it.
Great job. Shit. You remember the echo? Do you remember the echo?
Great job, bro.
I really appreciate your emails. I thought they're so thought out. I like some of your content ideas. But it's the first time we're actually talking.
You respond.
Frank, meeting Frank for the first time. The LeBron, this is the real guy 27, Adam Gray, who normally is pumping stuff, but here, I mean, he said the LeBron ultimate rookie down 85% in 5 years. It can happen. It does happen. This thing sold for $225,000 in 2021. In 2025, it sold for $33,000. And well, this is what happened last time we saw curves like that of the Griffey, and I expect that's probably what we'll see again shortly. What are we, 25 minutes in? We got 4 minutes to this break. I don't know. Someone in comments, when Ziggy calls in, he'll let me know how it works. All these last remaining 9 or 10 teams have to be bought before we get started. Let's see what else we got. A new year, a fresh start, and endless possibilities. Wishing you joy, growth, and success every step you take. Let's all have a great 2026, which is easier said than done, but let's do it. This is interesting. Like hitting a lotto ticket, why sports memorabilia collectors pursue chase cards. So that's why those breaking prices are so high. Also, just the cases are high in general for them to, I assume he's not making a ton. I mean, yes, he has some $3,200. He has some expensive purchases there, but those cases I can't imagine are cheap. The main thing, a $271 billion estimated sports memorabilia business is expected to reach by, not now, but by 2034. We'll see. we'll see. But I like the very last thing, which was Adam Campbell, sports card specialist with Heritage Auctions. I don't know if he means to say it this way, but I take it a certain way. The value of cards is not based on anything else whatsoever except for hype and buzz. It's entirely arbitrary. And so when the hype and buzz happens to leave, because that's what happens in everything, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I don't know, but I found this to be a very true statement there. Buying cards at Dick's Sporting Goods. You know, you don't tell me you're new without telling me you're new.
Sells sports cards now. As you can see, we'll take an example. Scrolling on this.
Hobby Champs, Happy New Year. Good to see everyone. Happy Champs. It's New Year. Feels good. Feels good.
This one right here, just for example, Caitlin Clark, PSA 9, green prism. For how much? $140. On eBay, one just sold for $67. Don't buy sports cards at Dick's. Dick's sells.
No, totally. I would assume the same for any of those, any Walmart, GameStop. I could be wrong, but I assume, what do they fucking know? What do they know? Just checking out, blah, blah, blah. I could break down pricing, blah, blah, blah. All right, didn't miss anything. Well, Ziggy should be calling in shortly. He could explain this break stuff. I also had a crazy year. I'm not sure. We'll see how much he was willing to share, wants to share, but a crazy year. There's this $15 million fraud scandal hits TCG. We talked about a little bit yesterday. According to Rattle Pokemon, Logan Paul co-founded Liquid Marketplace, is now under fire for over $15 million alleged fraud. It's all about that PSA 10 illustrator. So I'm sure, well, will we hear more about the story or not? Because a lot of times, like, yeah, I'm sure we'll hear more about that. I'm sure more to come on that. And then $350 million in fraud, suicide. And we've heard nothing since summer, since that story broke on the memorabilia. So who knows? That's too long. I really wanted to watch this video. It's too long for now. Why I'm no longer submitting cards to PSA. Of course, a Pokemon guy has 155,000 subscribers. 23,000 people have watched this video. 480 comments. It's a really good video. I don't know if it's for now, just because we have this break coming up. We have Ziggy calling in. We have voicemails. This is the rookie Timberwolves. He's in a lot of the checklist. Watch it. Go figure. We'll hit over. I'm going to come away with a bunch of these guys. Joan Behringer, if I'm saying his name right. Is he French? I'm betting J. I don't know. Anyways, this is who we're chasing. $1.25 Topps Chrome rookie is gold out of 50, sold for $32 raw. So that's not going to do it. We're going to have to do better than that. Let's see, price wise, what's sold the most for this kid? All right, $1,500 one-to-one auto was pulled of that one. Rookie photo 5. So there's some crazy inserts here. I mean, we're going fishing, we're going gambling. That's what this. To anyone that says break, of course, break. You know how much I feel like a degenerate right now. Thank goodness I'm splitting this thing for the Timberwolves. This is for fun. It's for the new year. It's for, I'm not gonna say for content. We are here everywhere all the night. It's Happy New Year. We're here. Let's have fun. Let's do it. Kenny Effen's gonna win. Let's hear some voicemails until Ziggy calls in. I think I've spent most of the things I need to do besides this video. We'll see how we're feeling later in the night. How long does it take to break 2 cases? No idea. Lazy is taking the hobby right now. Junk Wax. People who say Junk Wax 2.0, it's fine, but it's got a lot of comments. They're really interesting comments, and so I wouldn't mind looking at those. Ziggy should be calling in. Now Boozle is a professional commenter, no doubt. Calling in. Professor pulls an Ant-Man. Hey, let's pull an Ant-Man, Blue Red Master. I like your thinking. Maybe the guy last night found Ziggy. That was fun. Last night was fun having Jag. Ziggy gets too emotional sometimes. Also, sometimes I tell you, it's the first time I'm having these people on. And I talked to Jags a little bit after. He said he's willing to come on again. He's even willing to talk to Ziggy again, but in a more calm manner. And it's the first time you have these people on, especially they don't need that. I mean, scare them away. So my goodness. But yes, that was, and Brian Gray, boy, could that man talk. And I'm not talking about way some of you guys hating on him. I mean, the guy has some substance when he talks, but yeah, he can get on a roll. Like just hours wise tonight.
Hey, I just want to make sure. Do you see yourself live on YouTube?
I think my YouTube's laggy. If I go back to YouTube, I think last time we were actually live and it was just laggy, but it says live. I mean, I'm almost positive. I'll check again. Learning. Gio was down to help learn.
Look at us go. A couple of
anyhow. All right, a boomer over here.
Perfect.
Gio did help. He was there from early on helping me learn. Greg's he's a teacher. He helps. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving to the Sac area. I'm not saying I am, but I'm thinking about. He's been very gracious in some insight or knowledge to the area, schools, districts. Midlife Sports is here. Midlife Cards, right? Just cards.
Yeah.
Greg,
That's the tag name. You can call me whatever. Just be nice.
Well, I think your school day was better than mine. Oh, this is the day I hurt my foot. 29 days later, I'm still, oof. It's a lot better. It's nice being able to walk, but it's not. I got 6 more days off. That'll be big.
Maybe.
Greg, how long have you had your channel? Hey now. Voicemails. How many voicemails do we? I really wanted someone else to be on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus the Kenny F and Powers. Speaking of which, I'll just do 30 seconds.
Professor, so I don't know which one of your students is this Kenny F and Powers character, but I think I speak for a lot of people. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, man. The gimmick is just tired. Like, your takes are like basic as fuck. I mean, just beat it. Enough is enough already.
Enough is it, Kenny. You're here.
HBO show you're trying to rip off or whatever the fuck, dude. I'm tired, man.
Well, I'm glad he got you to call in because not enough people call in. And, I'm appreciative Kenny calls in. I wish they were a little shorter. He goes too long, but I think he's going to win the Aaron Judge. Good take. A little hate for Kenny Effin. We all love Kenny Effin, but so you're not going to win here. This one's 16 seconds.
Come on, guys. Seriously. Carl here in Australia. When is someone going to really call out Jeff Wilson? It's just a total scam. Come on, guys. Seriously. Bye.
Hey now. I mean, people do. It's
Atlanta Shillbillies, yeah, we run this HQ. Sports car HQ.
We see right through you. All right. So does Australia. Australia apparently has got there's no bullshit over there, apparently. If we talk about Dan the Card Man and him, I think Ziggy might have just called. I can't see. We got 1 minute. Hello, Kenny F. And hey, an educator for 20 years. Here we go. An educator for 20 years.
Hey, educator here for 20 years. I've been a card collector since 1999. And let me tell you something. I'm born and raised in New York. I live in Milwaukee. I don't understand the allocation up here in the Midwest. I've never hit anything since the year 2000, which is insane. And 95% of this hobby is just made up of high rollers and flippers. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of going to shows and seeing people, pull these magnificent cards. And I mean, it's just pricing me out. As an educator, we barely make ends meet. So, it's just a frustrating thing. Sick and tired of it. And, screw those 1-1s because I'll never pull one.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have resentment maybe or frustrated because the hobby, I didn't pull it up and I should have, but I pulled my order from 2019 from Dave & Adams on Black Friday. And it just, it's 4 times as much now. And it's just so it's and in some cases more, in some cases maybe a little less, but it's fun on by 4 times as so it's too much now. Ziggy's called in. We have only a couple more voicemails. Maybe I'll throw Ziggy on for the last couple. Currently, we'll play Kenny F in last. I assume that's the winner. So far, I thought all the calls tonight were good, quick. It's got a quick, sharp, getting what you got to say. It's too long, some of these. Let's go. This is Bonte. Let's start with Card Collector. We'll throw Ziggy on for this one. Let's welcome Ziggy. Ziggy, Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year. Hope
Bro, you went kind of hard at Jags.
I apologize.
Funny stuff. He was nice enough to say he'd come back on and chat with you in a more mild manner.
If you listen to the replay, I start soft. I'm asking some general questions.
I know he couldn't hear you at that point.
Yeah, and I find that interesting. You
went 1 to 100.
And then I don't know. You're right. So I do. And I did say at the end, I did say, I did respect the fact he was there, and I didn't mean to grill him the way it came out. But anyway, thank you for having me. Happy New Year's, everybody. Really
I've been meaning to Happy New Year. BP squared 7 has been here often. I realize. Hey, good to. Thank you, bro, for the support. Bob Boozle, Happy New Year. Ziggy, I have a few more voicemails. I kind of want to get to your story. Let's check out real quick so I don't forget what's happening with this break. Starting soon. Let me ask you a question. Do these other 10 teams need to sell before this thing starts? How's this going to work?
Yes, it does. So that doesn't mean this will even happen tonight, man.
Oh, my God.
So what will happen is the breaker will come on around 10, 12, 8:30, and then he'll be selling those spots. Now, how he sells them, I don't know how he's going to do it. Will he do deals? It looks like they'll do deals. Does he going to do any wheels? Is he going to break the teams up? That's his job or their job when they start their stream, right? So I
figured get into one so we had something because all the other ones were kind of just running. So I did it wrong.
Well, no, you didn't. So here's a couple of things I'll say. And again, this is kind of going off on the little breaking thing. When you look at breaking, if you're getting entertainment value, you jump into one of these wheel breaks where you know the break's going to happen. When you see the wheel spinning, they're basically filling something out and the break's going to happen. That is key to understand. That's why people like the wheel because they want
that might happen here. It might not. We don't know.
It probably will not, though. You see what I'm saying? They're set up as a PYT break. This is the breaking I like to do. I prefer this breaking.
Well, this has some, I'm not going to say strategy, but at least you could look and decide. And like you mentioned earlier, I wanted to know how you picked your team. I kind of went through that earlier, but yeah, there's a reason why.
Well, also you're in a better position as a buyer in this position because you can negotiate the PYT, right? As it gets closer to breaking.
By the way, how do you do that? Because I didn't know. I was like, okay, how can I on right here? If I hit back, I think it says send offers. I'm like, I don't know how to fucking send an offer.
So a couple ways. They have the offers through there, but you can also wait for the chat to start. Wait for the live.
What do you mean offers through here though? What would I do?
Honestly,
I have to wait for them to come on.
I don't know how to send it through there. Like you can DM the company directly. Okay, so you go to the store, and you can send a DM. Hey, I'd like to buy. I see you have the Lakers at X dollars. I'll give you $1,000 for it.
All right, I have to agree with Kenny Affin. Who the hell cares? Hanging around for some asshole to fill a break and hope it happens is bullshit. I mean, as a guy that doesn't break, I'm frustrated. I wanted to do it now. Back when I did it on YouTube, it's like, okay, they're starting at this time. All the bids end at 5 o'clock, and at 5:30, the break happens.
So this is someone just complained earlier. This guy talking about how expensive breaks are. Right, you're calling. This is the problem, man. There's too many bad choices today in the hobby, and too many of them play on the fact that people don't have patience. Okay, opening a box of cards.
Yeah, you want to do it now. It's impulse. It's impulse. They're playing on the impulse.
So they'll play on that too. Like for example, if I have the Mavericks in this and I spent $3,200, I want to see this break happen. The longer it takes, the more my energies change or whatever, whether I'm pro or anti. So then I'm more likely to buy other teams and make poor decisions. Like, well, I'll take this other crappy team.
Hey, I want to say probably to this Dimitrov guy, I've been with plenty of women. Okay, so chill out on the Virgin Squad, but we all here are on Happy New Year. So you know what we're all doing on New Year. However, yeah, you don't want to play that game with me. I don't think so, but we all here on Happy New Year, including yourself. So all right, look in the mirror.
Professor, what I'll say is we'll wait for this break to happen. We'll do our show. You do your show the way you want to. I'll check with the breaker. I'll chat with them.
Can I cancel or no? That's a good question for Miggy.
You could. They're not likely to do it because of this, because you're not patient, right? They've got you on the hook. In fact, most of the platforms have a policy of no cancel in the first 24 hours. They have some lock-in terms to keep you from doing that because they don't want you to bounce just because you're impatient. Anyway, my point is we can also look later on, and I can show you some other breaks. We may be able to jump in one of those. If you want to see breaking, you can see it through that impulsive buying into a bot, and I can talk about why people do the wheel, what odds they're looking for. Everything going on in breaks, guys, in my opinion, is about numbers, right? For example, in this break, real quickly, this break's pricing for about $16,500 for 2 cases.
How much is a case?
Well, just say if these teams sold out at the prices he has listed right now, his total price be $16,500. He's already taken discounts. List price on these boxes are about $500 per box in the market, which is roughly what, $12,000? So he has about a $4,500 market.
Hey, what's your math here? How much per case do you think?
I believe a case is around, again, I'm using rough math. I think it's $6,000 for a case. So
all right. There you go.
So $12,000 for 2 cases. He's marked this up to about $16,500. He'll take some, payments, fees.
I'd like to cancel, but what Ziggy's saying is they're not going to let me cancel.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I don't know this breaker either, right? So, for example, another thing I would do too is I would go into him and say, hey, I'm on the show. I'm promoting you guys, and you have more power to get a deal. So,
I did think about that, but
right, it's okay. It's okay. So we could, again, I can, dude, I'll put it this way. Everything that breaks to me is about math, and people have to understand Those people are filling in and jumping in and making impulse decisions. There's too many of those bad decisions.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something not as good value for my money. I mean,
Well,
that's obvious.
You don't know. Again,
But I also wanted to do this during the live with you guys. That's the whole. I don't want to do it by myself afterwards. That's part of the fun, was to do it with everybody.
Well, I'll say here's another thing we can do, Professor. We can talk about this later, and you can buy a break. These things can happen. You can go play the recorded break to your team later on if the people.
Can I get into a break right now for $40? I'll spend $40 fucking. Someone donate a little money. I'm already 200 in.
Let's let me look around. Let's get back to your audience. I'll do some searching for you to find a break for us. Right,
$40. I don't want baseball though.
And I'll take care of
WWE had some, like, you could chase the wrestler, and that seemed decent price.
I'll say a nonsense sports card nonsense. I believe has a.
But you said it's baseball.
I think they have a Star Wars break going on too.
Star Wars, get the fuck out of here.
The thing is, dude, I know the breaker there. So if you want to see a break and get entertained, have somebody to interact with us.
You know the breaker there. Is it Jesse?
Yes.
Jesse's breaking on sport. Everyone's going to call me a shill for doing that one, but
I don't care if they're calling you a shill. Part of the whole point about breaking, guys, is entertainment.
If you could get us a good slot at a good price, let's figure it out. But I do want to break tonight. The whole point of this was to do it with everybody.
We will definitely. We can. I think we'll get to a break, guys. We just got the channel that the show started. I got a lot we can talk about. I will.
Yeah. By the way, your year's been crazy, and I think I've had some people say, "Hey, man, they're waiting for that story," so we can't overlook that tonight either.
And just a quick snapshot of guys. At a high level, I got involved in a breaking company. I was involved with them for over a year. I'm not involved with them anymore.
Let's rewind. Hold on, let me rewind that and set it up for anyone that hasn't followed Ziggy. Ziggy was very passionate. He made a lot of content, very passionate guy, as you can see, and he doesn't hold punches. And he used to be very tough on breakers. He loved breaking, but he demanded regulation. And then everyone from the content side only saw him, all of a sudden now he's pairing with the breaking company or working for a breaker. And then so the news I heard from him was just like, wow, that is not exactly all happened a lot different than we all thought.
That's true. Everybody thought I sold out. A lot of people complain to me, say I sold out, flipped the channel, I took the money. I will say part of this was, guys, I took a contract offer to do work that I thought was a win-win for me. I was going to have fun doing it. I was going to learn something. I thought I'd have an influence. And I still think I have had an influence and learned a lot from it. And I'm happy to share a lot with you. Everything from recruiting a team to hiring a team to how much people are paid to percentages on breaks, how you should look at breaks, how to buy into breaks. I can give you all the tips you want to on breaks.
What about the back end stuff you were doing? Selling.
I could talk about the back end. For example, the nightmare of sorting and shipping. The chances of theft of a breaker.
No, I don't even mean the break. I'm more curious about the acquisition thing, but
about other. We will talk about that if you want to. So
I mean, that is the big.
So again,
the breaking's cool, but that's the big one.
So to take that back, take a step back. And I mentioned this before in your show before. So I worked as a contractor, by the way, someone who put me in a position to do M&A. I did research for them on companies that we could acquire in sports cards. Breaking was part of that, but it was not the full purpose of the business. And part of this also came to the fact that once you get into breaking, you understand the importance of allocation, right? So we started looking how we can allocate certain products, how we could build our own products. I'll give you an example. Last year, when I first started doing the contracting work, I did research on how to build a sports card product for a company that has comics right now. There's a company that's the third comic company in the world. There's Marvel, there's DC, and there's somebody else. If you're comic guys, you probably know who it is. I think it's Valiant or Variant or something like that. Did some work with one of their consultants to see if we could build a card pack for them, a card product. So that was fun just out of the big gate. And the goal there was, could we find other products to sell just in sports cards? I also worked with TCG companies last year. Did some research around that. Then they got into M&A.
Then you tried to buy some stuff.
Then we did. So we did look at Beckett. In fact, so last year at this time, actually right in January right now, in November of 2024, I tracked down the Beckett, got in touch with the Beckett owner, Craig Lindbergh, not directly, but in touch with his lawyer, had a conversation with him. And that was fun because I started by tracking him down going through the North Carolina justice system, right? Everybody saw that he was sued. And I'll tell you this, everything I did, guys, anybody could have done this, right? Just you had to go out and do the work, but track down the prosecutor.
So you became part of a sales team?
Well, I was a contractor. I'll say that. I was a contractor to an LLC that was running a breaking company and working in sports cards.
And you guys made an offer to Beckett.
We ended up making an offer to Beckett. And I'll say at the beginning, Beckett was very, very interested, but this was before the announcement came out last January around this time about the special what's the name of the name that's slipping me, the special group that stepped in and was looking at the acquisitions and all the assets. It's also shortly after the collectivist announcement came out, right? So they were getting they didn't get $250 million. They got a line of credit of $250 million, right? Which opened up, as Brian Gray mentioned last night, he talked about the offers he made. I can verify some of this. Well, I can't verify. I could confirm some rumors that I heard from other people that those offers were made too. That Beckett, several people had made offers at Beckett for years. And for whatever reason, Lindbergh had kind of been, I think he was protecting the asset. I think he knew it was smart, that it was worth money. I also think it was tied up in a lot of stuff and he couldn't do anything with it because he had so many people in and out the door there. It was very frustrating.
Can you say who else, you got, I think the whole point of this was some of this, they wanted to, who else did you try to acquire?
Well, let me say this though. I think Fanatics tried to acquire Beckett. I think people mistakenly think the Fanatics can go out and buy anything because they have money. One thing that I found just in my research in the industry, a lot of people are aware of Fanatics, but no one is selling to them right now. And you look at that. Look at the market right now. Fanatics has not made a smart acquisition since they bought the licenses. Now, everybody is aware of them, and the person who's growing the biggest has been PSA. So I think a lot of things have been defensive. I'm surprised where Beckett ended up. I know the crown jewels, in my opinion, of Beckett. I think Brian talked about the distribution business there. Hobby, what was it, Southern Hobby? I think it's the grading business. Beckett grading, very, very valuable. And I'm talking about the memorabilia side. They are almost at every show. They've got the #1 sticker they put on everything when you go get an autograph. When you're doing an autograph at Comic-Con, I mean, they are everywhere, guys. They have got a huge authentication presence. That's a big business for them. So I could say that we were turned down.
I mean, not just, it's.
I can also say
very interesting news. I mean, that's not something everyone has to share. And the last thing you think when Ziggy went to breaking, now he's fucking sellout, is you're working to try to acquire certain companies.
Well, I also worked on, I saw some stuff that I can talk about a little bit. I can't talk too much about but I saw Panini's acquisition trying to happen. I saw some of the history there on Panini. The news that came out this recently about Panini being acquired in a VC, all that's old news. That happened 6 months ago. I think the news just hit that late. There was a death in the Panini family. The main father or the main owner died, and that was a major change in what the plan and strategy was. And there's also some hate there between Panini and Fanatics. I can tell you that. There was definitely Panini did not want Fanatics to have any part of their business. Or there were people at Panini who didn't want that, I think, before the person passed away and there was changes and stuff there. But
Ziggy, I've been dying for this info and I want to get back to it, but I also think we should figure out a break so we have something at some point. Absolutely. Andrew, what's up? Good evening. Bob Boozle's here.
I'm open to taking questions. I know people are going to be critical and can make all sorts of jokes. I'll say this too, guys.
No, I'd like to do. I do think we got to get in a break, but I do want to get back to real quick. Miggy, thank you for becoming a member. Frank, thanks for the $20. As Rhonda says, hit that like button. I had a few things. I want to get to bingo cards with Ziggy. My bingo card as Professor gets an Ant-Man auto. Hey now, no big deal. We're all just chasing the New Year's high, watching a break. That's how I feel. Professor can do a video on the other $200 break. That's not a bad idea. I don't hate that idea. And then finally, we are blessed with Bob Boozle and his wife's feet. Ziggy, what are you thinking here? I mean, I'd like to get a sense. Someone else texted me saying that they would refund the $200, but I have no idea, and I really don't want to work that hard to get it refunded. Voicemail Queen, Sports Car Queen asked about the voicemails. There are only a couple left. We should probably do one thing at a time, but I feel like the first thing is to get into a break because we're gonna have to wait.
Well, no, it doesn't. I'll be looking around right now. You go ahead and
do my thing.
Play the voicemails. I'm going to check and see if we can find something to watch. Yep. I'll get us entertained. Okay. And you can definitely.
Well, I do want to get in a break, and I do if I can get that money back, so we can do a bigger break. But if not, I don't want to spend a lot of money.
Oh my goodness! I'll be honest. I wouldn't have bought that team personally. I wouldn't have bought the Timberwolves.
I was searching. I had two. It's fair, but it was the Hawks or the Blazers. I didn't have a lot of options.
How did you search it? Did you go in and you were just searching for what? And when you
it said show starts soon, and one said 5 o'clock, 5:15, and 5:30. The rest were like for tomorrow. So, and the ones running currently, I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I just thought, okay, this show starts at 5:15. That means there's going to be a break at 5:15.
So a recommendation. First of all, I'll say this: the
Oh,
platform.
right. I'm not going to ever get in breaks, but go
Let me
ahead.
just
You
say
said
this.
you're going to search.
Fanatics should watch. I found a good one for us. Fanatics should be watching you because it's a good lesson for them. The search app sucks. You should go in the app and the first.
Yeah, when a break says at this time, and I think, okay, that's the time I want to do it. And now there's no break. I don't know the fuck how it works. I don't want to wait.
What you should do is search product and look for a team and then look at team prices. So, for example, if you
I did that, I looked around
and you did see competition, then you should look for
I found it interesting.
A red light will let you know that that breaker's live, and then you could go into his break. If that spot's available, then you could have bought the spot then. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's stupid. All right, let's do your search, and you say you have one ready.
Run the thing, sir.
Oh, no, my goodness. I love it, Neil. How you doing, Neil?
What's up, Professor?
Why'd you call in? Where's your beef? Where's your gripe?
I got chat demanded it.
Hey, chat demand. Look what the chat did. You did this. The viewers did it. Neil.
I'm a man of the people.
Here.
Your face is normal. I mean, why no face forever?
Why does the face in the corner of a screen make that big of a difference?
It's just, I mean, if you look, Ziggy says he has one first. Let's finish the voicemails. We have 2 more voicemails, and let's get it. Here we go. Maybe 3 more voicemails.
This is Banut. Let's start with Card Collector 2. This guy comes off so pompous, arrogant, disinterested in his videos.
Hey now.
And they're all with kids. Stop using kids. Then he has interviews where he's constantly telling me the guest is his friend. My friend this, my friend that. I've known him for a long time, blah, blah. If you listen to these interviews, he's constantly telling you how cool he is. My friend. He's like a Armenian cab driver. Speaking of kids, who is this King of Cards joker? He can't stop using kids in his videos either. He's got to stop it. Should call this like King of Cards and kids. Well,
that's right.
Too many cases.
You know, number one, first, whenever I go at King of Cards, oh, he's genuinely a good guy. Oh, I don't think he came from much. Oh, you know, bro, he's still doing the same thing. Emotional manipulation, trying to build customers. I agree with this guy fully. And the whole Armenian cab line of my friend, that was fucking funny.
Let's talk about Jeff. That's Jeff with a G. Jeff the giraffe. The giraffe because he only eats from the top of the tree and looks down upon us lesser beings in the forest who can't reach the fruits he can. Sorry, Jeff. None of us can afford hobby boxes anymore. You weren't the first to put slabs in a mystery pack. I do like Teapot, though, so good hire there. Last is Mojo. Come on, stop crying on YouTube. No one wants to hear your emotional bullshit. You're a dumbass to want to open a brick and mortar, and sorry, bro, you aren't a businessman. You're an influencer, and that's the only revenue stream you have. I'm barely certain you're just in the whole flipping. That's pretty obvious. But that's all. Just love the community. Shout out to Queen Rhonda, Foulmouth Teddy, Ziggy, who brought the heat last night, Frank the Tanker Miller Lights, even Frank the Apprentice, and Stud Survivor Orlando. Suck it, Gio.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
In Tokyo. Oh, that was a good call. Bonte, I don't know how to say this. That was a good call. That might go up against. We'll use that to go up against Kenny Effin. Kenny Effin will have to beat that one, but that was a good call. Let me get rid of. Let me archive some of these here. That way, it's a little easier for me. We got 2 more calls. That was a hell of a call. I like that call a lot. That was a great call. Tonight's actually been good calls. If you want to call in, what the hell's the number? I'm staring at it. 702-483-7344. This is courtesy of Gio. He sent us this Aaron Judge autograph. It's a photo. It's well packaged. We got 2 more. This is Chris from Milwaukee.
This is Chris from Milwaukee, and this is my 2025 rant. First of all, hangers are not bangers. Car rips are a myth. That last damage box doesn't have hits. It's still garbage. Breakers need to stop screaming, let's fire, boom,
go
let's
get
go when
it.
they pull a $10 card. I'm shaking probably means you have early Parkinson's. And this is my 2025 rant, and I say all this because I haven't pulled anything since the year 2000. So there you go.
Chris, great call. I wish we had more calls like that. It doesn't compete with Bonte or Kenny, but that was a great call. We need more calls like that. 30 seconds. This is the last voicemail of the year. God damn, this year's been fun. It has been fun. I am thankful for what happened here this year on the channel.
Another year down in the books, ladies and gentlemen, and I
We're ending it this way. Here we go. It's a minute. We're going to end it this way. This is hilarious. Oh, boy.
Another year down in the books, ladies and gentlemen, and I must say it's been one hell of a year. Good job, everyone, for maintaining your stride and putting one foot in front of the other. Professor, I'd like to say good on you. What great progress you have accomplished in this year span, and may 2026 be an even better year.
Hey now,
of progression and growth for your channel. Now, everyone, keep your wits about you and stay sharp and clever. 2025 marks the end of inception, and 2026.
We're about halfway done. A little hard to understand. I love kind words from Mr. Anonymous here. Let's finish the last voicemail of the year. We're giving away the Aaron Judge.
Beckons the beginning of its projection. Have we seen the last of what we've gotten a whiz at this year? Well, no, we haven't. Will we onwardly continue to feel this so-called vertical integration even more so? Yes, we will. Gentlemen, ladies, if it's not the Collectors Holdings, the Collectors Universe, PSA and its PSA short-circuited Gentleman AI, SGC, DGS, and other branches, it'll be Blackstone, Michael and CGC Fanatics Tops, and that ecosphere. The two-headed dragon that rears its snout right against our diaphragm is but one of the same loaded coin. What can I say? I wish you all well and Happy New Year's. Goodbye.
Bro, thank you for calling in. Have a great New Year. Hilarious. Hilarious voicemail. Some substance there. He's not wrong about the Blackstone. He calls a two-headed dragon. Some good calls. 702-483-7344. Next week, Trike is on Tuesday. Chris Sewell is on Wednesday. I think Dan the Cardman is also on Wednesday. So we have a good show planned for next week. And let's give away the voicemail. So I have three. Chris from Milwaukee, the Bangers. I thought that was good. Was this good enough?
This is Chris from Milwaukee, and this is my 2020.
No. So we're down to two. We got two competing for the voicemail of the year. Ziggy, let's buy into a break, and then we'll give away the voicemail of the year. What are we doing here?
I mean, breaks are tough to find here on the platform. So I found a few things I'd point out. There's a Chase of Mahomes break. If you go,
how much? I can get a Chiefs?
No, it's a random team spot break. So it's $40 per spot, right? There's 32 teams in the box break. It's 2017 Optic Mega Box. So you're
no chance I'm doing that.
For it to try to hit a 1 in 32 team, which is the Chiefs. And then if you hit the 1 in 32 team, then you're hoping you hit a Mahomes inside the box. Now, if you hit that Mahomes, that's a hell of a payout. That's what, that's one of these gambles. That's like a big lotto there. The other one, I found a few Star Wars breaks.
There's no chance I'm doing that.
Star Wars, again, it probably won't even fill.
Prefer to do
anything filling right away right now.
What about Star Wars?
There's Star Wars breaks that are close to filling, but nothing that's
Troy. Kenny F and his real name's Troy.
And then I don't see any basketball that's happening right now. There's a lot of repack crap that's going on. I'm looking for you, but I don't know, man. Did your break go live yet? Is your guy live there?
30 seconds. He keeps up in the time.
That's another thing. So he keeps pushing back his break. That's not a good sign. It is a sign he'll probably take a deal, but he's got a lot of teams to sell there.
If I bought into this, guys, it says the shop is empty, so I would have been going. It was this one or the other one. The other one's a little better. Damn it.
Okay, here's one that's going on that's going to happen. Let me check this out. Okay.
Stupid. This prize, stupid.
Go check out VI Rips. They're live right now. They've got an NBA break going on. They got a wheel spinning.
VR Rips?
VR Rips. They got a wheel spinning. I can talk you through. This break will happen because they're on a wheel. And this is what I'm explaining to you. These other ones, these PYTs, and this is why Jack.
How do you find VR Rips? Shops. I'm on shops.
I'm sorry, VIP Rips. VIP Rips. I'm an idiot. VIP Rips. New Year's case hit hunting with Ty the guy.
Not that. This is. Oh, I hate breaks. I absolutely hate breaks. What am I doing? VIP Rips. Stupid. Why couldn't this be easier? What am I doing? I'm looking for a show.
Yes. It should be live right now. He should have, I think.
I got a few.
He's got a
NBA
live
show.
34 people in it.
34. Fucking stupid. Look at this. Terrible. This is terrible. Shouldn't be so hard to figure this out. Which one? Look at the screen here. 34 right there. VIP rips.
Yeah. Do you see me in chat? Did you see chat where it says Ziggy? Did I?
Oh my God. There's a little fucking wheel.
So yeah, this is okay. So let me explain to you what's going on here. This is
God.
a 2-box of the jumbo box. So it's about $3,000.
I don't trust anything that's not in a case.
Well, I understand you want to see a break happen. I'm explaining what you have to watch.
All right, all right.
And let me also go back to this. This is part of the problem with the industry, right? You want speed. You want to see it now.
No, I don't trust that it's just not in a case.
I don't disagree with you. I would say I trust Fanatics platform more. I'm not a fan of buying single boxes or double box breaks either. I normally buy cases because you want the sealed product, but that's not the point here. For the experiment tonight, this will happen. Now, I'm not saying to buy into this, but this is also an auction. You'll see different prices as we'll go for. Right now, it's the beginning of the auction. There's a lot of teams available. As it gets closer, depending on the teams that are on here, the prices will vary a lot. Right now, what people are paying, I think, we click on the button here of the actual break that's happening. You scroll down.
One, there's 4.
The first button in the top left.
$39?
Yeah, press on that and scroll down. You're going to see how much people have been paying already and what teams are assigned to them. See what teams they're getting?
It doesn't show the team, though.
Does it say price at all?
It says the price, $39.
Hold on.
Massive bounty. Any Cooper flag under 25 or less. Full case.
Oh, this is a pack break.
Full case.
Is this a pack break?
You get a one fucking pack.
Interesting.
So one pack for $39. Suck it, Gio.
I don't know why he's assigning maybe hold on, maybe we're looking at the wrong thing, dude. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, down here it's something quarter case, tops chrome 2 times the bidding. NBA 30 team spot 5 at 30.
Yes,
These are 2
I'm sorry. Go down, go back out. It's the 4th box down.
Doing this with Ziggy is going to be extra confusing.
Back out of this. Back
yeah,
out.
120 for it sold. 4 teams have sold.
And how much are they sold for?
120, 113, 75, 75 for $2. You can buy this for a case almost on some of those teams.
No, you're not gonna. Lakers is okay.
The Blazers are like 250 for 2 cases. Here it's 113 for 2 boxes.
Okay, so again, what we're learning here, right?
Jumbo box at least.
When you make an impulse decision, you're going to pay more for it, and that's what these guys are doing. They want.
Well, everyone that comes on here wants to play now. Who the fuck wants to wait 2 hours, 5 hours, 2 days?
I don't, dude. I come on this platform all the time. I buy my breaks. I go do my work. I do what I need to do. I come back later on, watch my replays, get my cards in the mail. I'm happy.
Waste of money. Where's this guy?
To me, it's about patience. I don't go on here and get caught up in the hype. And I'm not the only one like this, like I'm teaching somebody's secret, but people who are patient.
Did Ziggy just freeze? People are patient. My ass. He's trying to glaze. He's frozen. He's glazing these breaks. We bought into a break. It said 515. What the fuck? I don't even remember which one now. Now that he's live. Vita, something Vita. Is Vita anybody? It wasn't this one, was it? No. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. This is the stupidest fucking platform I've ever. Is there a Vita breaks? Yeah, Vita. Live in the Vita Loca. Starting soon still. Suck it. We're not going to play into this. How do I cancel? Let's get my money back. How do you cancel this shit? I don't care what Ziggy says. How do we cancel? 81 people looking at me to cancel. I want to cancel this. Anybody in the thing? He makes up patience before he's finished his sentence. Ziggy froze. I don't know. He's still frozen. We're still here. Ziggy, Happy New Year. Where'd you go? He's not testing my patience, but it's like, my goodness, I don't want to do that. I thought, let's talk about his story. Is better than sitting here waiting for this thing to start. It's not going to happen tonight. I want my money back. Give me my money, honey. How do you cancel this shit? Anybody in the chat? He's back. Ziggy's back. Ziggy, I'm very frustrated. No, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
So if you can, I would. It's one of 2 things. Let's not make the show about the break as far as waiting for the break to happen, unless somebody really wants.
The fun of the show was we were going to spend some time looking at a 2-case break, chit chat, bullshit, hope for an Anthony. We'll see what happened with the Cooper flag, and now that's not going to happen.
Well, we can still fund. So a couple of things in your break. You can request a refund. So you should be able to go into the orders, and in your orders, you should have an opportunity there to go cancel or request refund. You can also, I would go to the chat and say sent DM.
If I click this on live, is that going to be all good, or is it going to show some information I don't want shared? Fucker froze again. I'm going off. Let's go orders, contact shop, view shop, contact. I have to contact them and chat with them. Oh, I don't want to fucking do that, man. I don't want to do that, man. Do I do that? Is that what I do? I don't want to do that. If we don't hit a freaking huge Anthony, wherever this thing goes up, we'll go live with it.
It's me, man. It's my network.
There he is. There he is. It's him.
My network.
This is... Can we get in a $40 break? Find me a $40 break that we could do in the next 20, 30 minutes. Let's do it. How about wrestling?
That's going to actually happen. Let's find it. I'm sure other people out there.
I know, but no one. I found it beforehand. Excuse me. Sorry, I found it beforehand to be prepared. No one wants to watch me sit here for the next hour, 20 minutes. And find it. So if you want to, well, I bullshit. I'm open with that, but no one wants to watch me do that for 20 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, we can talk about a lot of things. For example, let's do the bingo card too. But I want to try to fix my internet.
That would be good. That would be good. Quarter case for $1. Upcoming auction 12 minutes ago. You got 22 teams left. Stupid. What do you get here? How much? This is so ridiculous. Quarter case. 4 boxes. What is that? 3 boxes. You're spending 120, 120. Good luck. At least buy you got to buy a case break at least. My God.
Okay. I just changed my internet provider, so I think we're good now.
All right, find us a break, Ziggy. Find us a break. Come on, $30. We could do it now.
There's
one boxer blaster. It's like I'll pass on a mega box. Austin Reeves went for 51 the other night against Sacramento. Where was that in the playoffs? I think he was hurt. Anyways, let's add non-sports cards. I'm gonna have to leave for a minute. Maybe non-sports cards. Introduce yourself while I'm gone. Tell us a little about you, and I'll be right back.
Oh, big.
You got it.
The echo.
Yeah, I think I dropped my audio.
By the way, he should be on. He should be on more often. Once a week, I'd like to have him on for 10 minutes. Talk about the non-sports cards.
Sports cards. A non-sports card collector has been doing YouTube for many, many years. I've been a fan of Professor Sport Card Jason's since he's come on. I really enjoy the way he is a skeptic but attacks with logic and reason, which is fun. But
Hey, now I appreciate that. Good meeting him that day. Ziggy, you had something to say? I think.
I could also share some of my I've been collecting a lot lately, dude. You guys watch Game of Thrones? You a Game of Thrones fan, Jason?
I did watch Game of Thrones. It's been a while.
Are you a fan? I mean, dude, I'll be honest. It's been on a replay recently.
Oh, it was great before. It's not. I haven't watched it in a while.
It is still the best show I think I've ever watched. Up until season 8, you watch the episodes, the acting, the story play. Man, it is fucking good. And what made
Ziggy, you're hilarious. We're going to talk about Game of Thrones here.
Listen, but my point to this was I was with Mike's Retro Sports Cards. I watched their show. They did a box break, guys. And I'm just saying this because, again, fan of breaking. And what they did, they bought a case at cost, and they sold boxes to everybody who wanted to buy in the break. So you could buy a box for $130, and I got a box of the Game of Thrones, and I got the entire set of Game of Thrones base cards in my box. And I got 2 autos and 2 relics.
For how much?
$130.
All right, that's a good deal. Ziggy, let me ask you a question. It seems like he's wheeling these things off. How do I get in? Bid for $1, $2, $3? Are we bidding? Do I hit the bid? Who the fuck cares at this point?
Okay, but how much is it going for? Let me find this one on the thing.
Well, it's $6 now. So I don't even know the team. NBA 30 team, spot 12. Bidding. I bid $9. I'm winning. Oh, it's now $85. Thank God I'm not winning.
And this is also, you gotta be careful of this. This is where that micro shill bidding shit happens. Well, you'll be at $9 and you go.
I'm spending $20 on this. And I'm not careful. I'm not getting one. What the hell's going on? 2 boxes of jumbo boxes.
Teams aren't going for that low though, are they?
Nah, I'm not paying $100. I already paid $200 for the fucking Timberwolves. Not even going to happen tonight.
But let me ask you this: if you had the $200,
no, I'm very annoyed by that. I'm just saying.
Would you take a shot in this break for the $200 if you had the $200 back?
Yes, I was willing to spend $200. Fuck it. Now the other one at least was smart. I had a reason of why this is complete nonsense here, but
I
I
agree.
just wanted it for the fucking show. Have fun. New Year's.
So this was
KK, Happy New Year.
On to gamble. Good God, 150.
It was a gamble anyways. Before it was a gamble with the other ones. So let's play. But these are going for $158 for us 2 jumbos. I'm not playing. He won the heat for $158. Good luck.
That's terrible.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I wouldn't get in this break. This break's not for me.
Well, I was hoping it'd be $2. Who are we going here? Dallas. Oh, it's the other one. Mavericks. What are we? Over under $2,000. Oh no, it's Topps Chrome Jumbo. Over under $1,000.
It's sold for 158. It's already sold. And see, this is the point. This guy who got the Mavericks in this box for 158, he's fucking super happy because that would probably sell for $600 or $1,000.
Got it for 158. He paid the same as the Heat.
Yes, because he got it in this goddamn auction wheel, and that's why people play this auction, Jason. Because
so now that he's gone, will they go for less? Let's get a cheap now.
They will average out, but you got the Utah Jazz, you got the 76ers there. My point
free
is
stash or pass. What does that mean, Ziggy? Free stash or pass?
So that means you get 2 choices. They're gonna, for whatever bid you make, you can get 2 teams to pick from. You can stash it or you can pass, take the next team. So they're giving you more options. It's all about fucking odds. I don't like this model though. This is not the model I endorse because again, I will say this is market
We're just
driven.
trying to get in. I'm not here to pump. Ziggy, brakes suck. I know you like brakes. I'm not here to pump brakes. I'm here to have a little stupid fun for New Year's.
Okay, but stupid fun. Well,
yeah, that's what we're doing. This whole thing is stupid fun.
Stupid fun's $163 right now. Let's see if the market goes down.
98 on that one.
Oh, mine's delayed. I guess I'm not seeing that. I'm still seeing
Maybe
the last
I'm delayed. Who the hell knows? Rockets,
well, let's see
98
I see it spinning, and he's going to get the Rockets. Rockets isn't bad for $98. Now you look, the market, right? It's already trending down. The price is going down. The teams. And he passed it. There's also a free giveaway up there. Did you enter the giveaway?
Where's the giveaway?
There should be up in your right-hand corner is a little gift. You click on that, you can get in the giveaway. You might win something. Again, that's part of the game, dude. You instant entertainment. You also could be chatting with the guy. This is Midwest. No, who is this? This is like I
Hold
know
on. $4. Give me that shit. $8. Ooh, now we're going. Now Cooper Flag's been hit. Now they're all gonna go cheap. Give me that $13. $54. Suck it, Geo.
So see, they're going.
We're losing. You know, we lost 15. Fucking no one wants to watch this. This is the point why I'm not. I'm not doing this. I bought into the NBA one so we could play, and now they fucked us.
If you had a team, you'd be stuck here, though. You see what I'm saying? You'd be watching.
No, but what I wanted, Ziggy, real easy, was hey, this was gonna run. We were all gonna watch 2 cases. It was gonna be interesting to see the 2 cases, and now that's ruined. So I'm over it. We'll have, it should be a video for later.
2 cases, an hour and a half break, though, man.
It'd have been fun. What else we fucking doing? It's New Year's.
You're fun, dude. Your show is entertaining. That's what people come for. They don't come for the break.
It's not gonna be fun. It's not.
But they want to hear maybe you kicked ass in a break or you got burned in a break. Like, for example, if you stay in the break you're in, we can edit later on your replay. I can show you get your replay video and watch it, right? If you want to, request the refund. Then later on, buy a fucking break that you like and will help you make a better choice.
No, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to play that $200 at some point. We'll do what we do. I'll try to put it, see how we did. And we're moving on. Ziggy, okay, we talked a little bit about your year, and it totally got blindsided and because of us trying to get into a break.
Yep.
All right, so you're working with the breaking company. You're no longer working with them.
Yeah.
You also got to go to some like VIP events or go to some special things because of your involvement.
I did. I saw a lot of very, very cool stuff. I was at the Fanatics event. I saw the VIP room. I got into that. The wristband you had to have to get in that was very special. It's interesting. I saw a lot of, it's a very, I feel like it's all about who you know. That's what this industry is. Is that bad? I don't know. I don't think that's a surprise to people, but when people talk about the good guy network, it's not a good guy network. I think it's just a network of money and influence, right? And it's blatant right now. Tom Brady, card vault, right? I think the times are changing. I think what's sad is that the focus is so much on, like, there's really no focus at all on collector or control or policing at all, in my opinion. And everybody complains about the hobby. We've all been complaining about it. And On your bingo card, we can list a bunch of problems.
Yeah, let's do bingo card. That's who I'm fucking annoyed now. This was a hilarious KK hardcore who got fucked on whatnot. Are you willing to buy into? I think this is what he's referring to. Are you willing to buy into a break professor, work on a reimbursement on the back end or something? That is deep. I looked at deep cut KK. Love that shit. Can hardcore call in and get us a black toe break? Fucking love it. Ziggy, let's do some predictions for next year. That's the point of the bingo card. So if anyone in chat, I think Frank starred a few, has predictions for next year, let's start adding them to our list.
I've got one to start with.
Yep, hit me.
Will anyone go to jail in the hobby from a hobby related crime? Not because they beat their wife or go drinking and driving, but we see any hobby people in jail.
What's the term they use for that? Hobby, somebody, a hobby.
For example, is Shilstein going to see charges, dude? Like, is that going to happen in 12 months? Could that happen in 12 months? I don't know. There's a lot of evidence out there. The whole cyber hack, it seems interesting to me. And then there's a lot, and then there's the left ball the left jab we're never going to see. I just think an arrest in the hobby, will that happen? That would be shocking on my bingo card. Very shocking. It hasn't happened. It hasn't been on any bingo card in the last 5 years. The last time the bingo card hit that one was 2018, 19, when that dude went to jail. And by the way, he went to jail for fraud, and shilling was a tool in the act of the fraud.
You're so caught up in the semantics of that, and I'm sorry. Fine, when you get busted for shilling, it's just labeled under fraud. I mean, that's just what happens.
It was a charge. So, for example, it's like, it sounds stupid, but shilling in itself, this is why it happens. It's not illegal. Like, people are like, oh, it's against the law. It's not.
No, in some states you can't bid on your own card, and in some states you can.
Right. But again, I haven't seen any states that are prosecuting people for shilling. It's kind of like a blue
law.
law.
It's still fraud. It's labeled under fraud. Now, no one gives a fuck in 2025.
My point is fraud. You're right. They will get you for fraud, right? Fraud, people will chase you down, especially for digital fraud, electronic fraud. So much fraud going on. But the act of shilling, if you're just sitting at eBay bidding your own fucking cards, there's nobody's ever going to arrest you for that, dude. I don't ever think that's going to happen. I really don't. I mean, what prosecutor is going to go to the fucking judge and be like,
it'd have to be a bigger operation.
But it's not a fraud. See what I'm saying? It's just an asshole.
We can argue on that all the time. Dan Vintage Baseball Card is a lawyer. He says it is. I mean, we're arguing on semantics. Yeah.
Let me also
what else? We got Hobby Hero goes to jail. We got Jeff Wilson scandal 2026. Chat's not been great. One of the chat members did give the Jeff Wilson chat. You give us some predictions here for 2026.
I want to see something better with Jeff Wilson. That the scandal is unlikely. Has he been caught in a scandal yet? No. I mean, you could call the PPP thing the closest to a scandal. Right? And how many other guys in the hobby world took PPP loans? There was a bunch of them. Right? Leighton Sports Cards took PPP loans from like their reseller, Peachtree or something like that. There's a whole scandal on that Sports Card Radio went into, right? So a ton of people took PPP loans. So if that's a scandal, Jeff's still innocent right now. Unless P. Ryan comes out with some proof of all the accusations he made, right, when he went, batshit crazy for a day.
You are not helping at all with predictions.
Well, I am. I think these are good ones. Okay.
I am writing these, not you.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to write them down too? I thought.
No, I want you to tell me. Give me a prediction.
I told you to right now.
Give me one that I can write in 3 words.
Someone going to jail. A real Jeff Wilson scandal.
You did not say that. I put that one. The chat said that.
Someone else did that. I'm just saying, let's clarify. Real scandal, not just he gets involved in
Jeff Wilson scandal, all-time new high sale, snipe investigation.
Fanatics Fest is not a success as it was last year. I think it's going to struggle with the whole soccer.
It's hard to measure.
Well, I think you'll hear complaints about it. You're going to hear it's not going to be as popular. I don't think the numbers are big. I don't know how you can verify that, but you're right. I think it's
Bystander 0007, quadruple 07, GameStop gets bought.
I think PSA either goes public or announces a path to IPO in the next 12 months. Collectors Universe.
Frank is supposed to call in. Rhonda, what do you got prediction-wise? Anybody else? Some predictions in the chat.
Do you think, Neil made one about the other day, do you think that Topps will come out with their own TCG product? That would be a bingo card one. Put that on there, man, because I don't think it's going to happen.
Say again?
Will Topps come out with their own TCG product? Neo did a video on the fact that Fanatics is hiring people in the TCG space. I think they're better off trying to buy one. But it also supports my point that I don't think Fanatics can buy companies. I think when they go approach these private companies, Fanatics looks at them and goes, either F you or they go, F you, I want 10 times what you think I'm worth.
Well, they tried to get into TCG with fucking Gary V, but that shit's just not going to compete. It's just not as cool as the other ones. There's no backstory. It's just not what's going to compete.
Yeah, but that's not them in TCG. That's just them doing a deal with Gary V because he's an influencer. But I'd say again, put on the big dingo board. The bingo board would be
Dingo was his name. Oh,
was launching a TCG game. I don't think that happens.
Hey, Rhonda says 25,000 subscribers. My hope. The subscribers, the momentum from the lives hurt the momentum of the whatever, but the lives have a lot of momentum. It's fun. And so whatever it is, it's a marathon. But what I will say is you're killing me. 10,000 subs by the end of 2026. I think it's going to slow down, but I still think that'll be hard. But the goal by the end of the year is 10,000 subscribers, which would be awesome. That's 1/10 to 100,000 subscribers. 100,000 subscribers, you get that YouTube plaque. Give me a decade. Give me a decade. We need more predictions from chat. More predictions. Ziggy, what were you going to say here?
No, I like that one. I'd also say that you're going to have a big influence, a big interview, a big contact, a big shift in the hobby before the national. Something else is going to spike your channel. Some other things, your popularity is something's going to happen.
I mean, that's what it's your hope, It just the momentum is down.
Bigger than you think between now and nationals. I want a prediction. Put on the bingo card. What's another one?
Just looking through chat here. Hey, I hope you're all having a great new year. Let's have a great 2026. I still have 6 days off, 5 days off, so that's incredible and nice. And then it's back to work. Who cares if Topps does a Temu Pokemon? KK always funny. Bob Bruzel, I predict Gary V goes back to high school and gets a diploma. Petty might be leaving. Have a happy new year, Petty. Frank's here. He's just hopping on out of nowhere, you ninja.
How about something for Geo? Geo's company is going to have a breakthrough this year.
Suck it, Geo.
Their Geo Media. What's their name of their thing? Whatever it's
Get
called.
Out of here. Sports card nonsense.
They're going to get another big sponsor this year.
Well, yeah, come
Harry's
on.
Razors.
No, something bigger than that. They're going to be like Barstool. They're going to take a step up like that. Maybe not
TV,
but they're going to touch something TV related. You're going to see them.
Someone in the chat said the PSA is going to sponsor them. The chat they already have a sponsorship from PSA.
Frank, why'd you call in? Good to see you, Frank. Happy New Year. Look at that
you told me to have
beard.
predictions, man.
Beard. I love it.
Jeez.
No,
Happy
I know.
New Year.
I'm trying to get to the point here. I'm just asking.
All right. Topps Chrome basketball will be discounted by half before it's all said and done. Panini Fanatic antitrust will settle.
Keep going.
Panini sells intellectual property, one of their intellectual properties. So they're going to sell off, like Prism or Optic or something to that effect. Not necessarily Fanatics. We'll leave that one open ended. And I would say Griffey hits 6K.
Oh, geez. Oh, my God.
What was the first one? What was the first one you said?
Oh, I said Topps Chrome basketball will be discounted by at least half the retail.
Of what? For give me an example. Like right now, retail is 50 a blaster and 80 or 90 bucks a mega. You think that's going down? Because I'm betting against that. I actually ordered cases that I think will be up 90 to 100% in the next 12 months.
Oh, okay. Well, we have some slides and we have some videos. I prepared for some of this. We are in a new junk wax era there, Mr. Ziggy.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, chat is savage on you tonight, man. Holy moly.
Too much money being made in it. I don't disagree. You're right. It's a bad investment long term. These guys are going to break their ankles. Cooper's not the future. I'll go all with you that. But in the next 12 months, as that product dries up, the value will go spiking. And you get to the summer.
Yeah, Ziggy has just more experience on that than
Frank.
Frank.
Will buy that stuff, right? In my opinion. So they'll pay, if I'm paying $50 for a blaster, they'll easily pay $75, $100 a blaster and justify in a break.
Topps Chrome.
I don't think it would decline at all. Minimum, it holds its value for the year. It's not going in half.
Okay.
Now,
all right. I like your prediction.
What could their unlicensed products could fucking bottom out, because since those rookie classes suck and you start seeing how good Chrome is and you realize the shit that they've been selling you for the last few years.
Ziggy, you're getting crushed tonight, by the way.
In a bad way?
You are. You're getting way crushed. Oh my gosh.
Just all over the place, talking a lot. I don't know. You're getting crushed.
Well, I'm not paying attention to it.
Take
But
some
anyway,
water.
Hey,
Take some
that's my
water.
opinion of that.
I have some facts to kind of go against your prediction there, Ziggy.
I like
it kind of
it.
it dovetails well into something I think we should bring up. The professor
Oh,
had
KK
a
says
little
you're
bit
getting
of this
crushed in
earlier.
a good way. You're getting crushed in a good way. They love you.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, it's all good.
They love you.
Do you want to go to my slide?
Yes.
Prof. And
But I agree with
videos
Charles. Tonight
queued
has
up.
been the Ziggy show, not the with Professor Sports Card. Ziggy is gone. The whole thing is it's not Ziggy. It's that fucking stupid Fanatics Live doesn't let us. We should be watching 2 cases of Topps Chrome right now. I'm annoyed. Frank, go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry.
Well, before we get, because I have a slide and I have a couple of videos
Oh, where's
that
the
will,
slide? I don't want to get to your slide. You want to share your screen?
It's under the snips.
Under the snips.
There's an NYE folder, New Year's Eve folder. It's got like 4 videos and 1 slide. You might feel differently after this is over, Ziggy. This is all apropos to the situation. Hey, real quick before we get into this, Prof, are you going to do the fight nights in 2026, or should we put that on the bingo card?
Yeah, you got to keep it short, but yes, I would like, I don't want to do many and they have to be big and Netflix where everyone can watch along. Here's I don't know what the fuck this is. What are you doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
This is what you gave me.
I'm not the one controlling.
It's on the screen now.
Oh yeah, but there's a slide in there. There's a couple videos.
There it is. All right, Frank, take it away.
Okay. The videos are marked. So let's just take a look at some of the stuff happening on the street. This is a lot of stuff. Go to that first video. These are only a few seconds.
You don't want the
long.
slideshow? The slide shows up.
Well, the slide, yeah. Well, we see exactly what's going on here. We're in a new junk wax era. It's not going to last 10 years because everyone's going to figure it out in a year.
Now, let me ask, because there is pushback on the junk wax because all the wax has these huge hits in it now. So while it's a junk slab, I agree. The junk wax, everyone's going to, the difference between then was there's no huge chase product. Now people are still going to want to try to hit a 20 grand card, a 30 grand card. So,
Let's
just
see
my
how we
initial
feel
pushback.
in about 10 minutes. Let's see how we feel in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Put up
all
the
right.
first. All right. So some background here. We all, of course, all know that Panini is losing a license.
Run it.
Panini, there is a serious problem with retail sports cards. Look at this. This isn't even a restock. This has been here. It's like the Great Wall of China. Look at that. Look at that fortress of bricks.
And we just saw the same thing at Costco.
Just mosaic basketball. Nobody wants it. Optic UFC, worst product I may have opened this year. What else? Illusions football. Nobody wants it.
The return on investment in this is just not fun. You don't get a lot of packs. It's just not. Someone told me they bought a blaster to get 6 packs in this big box. You don't get shit.
Select basketball. Nobody wants it. Hoops. Nobody. What are they doing here? Look how thick this is. This is like $5 or $6. It's deep. What is going on?
This video makes me happy.
Basketball. Nobody wants it. Optic
This is
basketball.
what 2017 was, man.
Absolute football. They even put WWE Prism on clearance. Nobody wants it. What is going on here?
Good for the
That's
hobby.
over.
This is healthy.
So
this is good.
Okay.
How the hobby was before
All right.
2020. Was it?
Well, it's a sign. I don't know if if anything, it's a signal
It's a
or
healthy sign.
sign.
We're returning to normal, in my opinion, because what I mean by that is only good products are selected. You're not going to find Topps Chrome basketball on these shelves. You wouldn't find good Prism if there's a good class NBA. People are selective because there's still breakers out there. There's still demand for that, but there is a lot of junk, and that's good. It's good.
Ziggy, all right, just keep on carrying the water. Let's look at this video. Let's look at the quality of the product. Shall we? The biggest shill in the industry. Let's see what he thinks about the brand new 2025 Prism football.
Well, Chuck. Okay, Ward. Got some stuff. It wasn't high value. It was not, but we got some stuff back. Me personally, don't love Prism retail. There's not really a chase, and the floor is low and the price is high. It's the worst possible combination. Scale from 1 to 10, I'll probably give this product probably like a 3 out of 10.
He's a Fanatics guy.
The ceiling's not even high.
Well, I get that.
Nothing to do
low
with that.
floor, high price.
This is Panini
that
product.
makes sense.
So they are
Does not
having a
make
terrible
sense.
problem.
So you're chasing break even.
And they have no incentive to do anything about it, right?
Fun rip is a huge part of things.
Also, football, you do not buy anything but quarterbacks.
Don't get a lot of cards.
Right. Only thing
I
I
don't
buy
know.
in football are
Maybe
quarterbacks.
I don't know, but you gotta be honest here, and that's my thoughts on Prism. It is Prism, so still cards are of high demand, and everyone wants to pull a big Prism, but they really don't give you much in these, and makes it a very tough rip. Those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Prism, best of luck. Like 2 weeks from now,
Frank.
Core products. No one's going to go after it. You said it earlier. We have a terrible rookie class. I'm just saying it's all starting to pile up. And this is how people are experiencing the hobby right now. There is a downturn. Let's talk about your Topps Chrome basketball. Let's
Will Greer, $5. Thank you, sir, for getting screwed on that.
Yeah, collect Will Greer. Collect him.
Thank you, sir.
Let's talk about Topps Chrome basketball. Let's go to this video number 3. This was just 10 seconds.
Video number 3. Hey, Frank, good work.
Oh, look at those shelves. Look, I'll take it all in. They're not going to discount that at a later time. No way. Look at those shelves. All right. So come out of this video. We have one last thing. We got to shout out our guy, Neo. He's been on the show. He did. This is briefly off of his video the other day, because this is very, very eye-opening. Can you go to video number 4, please? And then back to the slide, because it has the attribution. This isn't Neo that did this per se.
This is video 4. I don't know if you fucked this one up.
I fucked that one up.
All right, that's all good.
Fuck.
So what was video 4?
It was Neo did a very awesome video about hey, do you see that the handle down there? I don't know if you could potentially bring that up. Basically, the person used an algorithm to figure out the print runs for Topps Chrome basketball.
Oh,
anybody? Does anyone know? Ziggy, do you know how many cards they're gonna produce out of
90 million?
90 million.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Can I give you some rebuttal? Let me give you some rebuttal.
Yeah.
What people are frustrated with, what collectors feel are upset. Think of a fisherman who has a fishing net. And when he goes out with that net, he fishes. And most time he's casting at a certain depth. What's happened in the hobby is the Fanatics has moved the depth of that net. They're not looking for small fish. They don't care. They can flood this shit with a bunch of this garbage.
Well, eventually it bites you in the ass. I mean, eventually it's not. You can see all the retail sitting there.
I will say this: eventually will happen 5 years from now, maybe 3 years from now, but it's not happening in the next 12 to 24 months, guys.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
the reason I say that, once you have the NFL power behind this thing, it's only going to take off more. The hype and the thing is, the more this stuff is open, that means the ones that if I have a gold to 50 and a bunch of them are still in sealed wax and retail and everything else, that actually makes that gold worth more money. And that's another thing Topps does different, is that Topps mixes everything in the print run. So the more of this retail that sits on the damn market, it just makes the values of other stuff, it affects them. And we can hate this market, but it does that, guys. Collectors will pay a premium for a gold 50 of a special guy with a special cape on his back because he did something. I don't know why, but they do that, and I love them and I appreciate it. And hunters will chase that shit down.
Ziggy, what are you drinking tonight?
Just Sprite right now, man. I'm just saying, I love what you're saying, man. I hope, and I've hoped for a long time that you would see a change. I've been doing this industry since 2015, and I thought in 2016, 2017, I was like, this doesn't make sense. And I'll tell you too, go talk to somebody outside this industry, and they too will think this is crazy. Like, go talk to a business person, right, who does real business, or an economics person. This is a fucking weird market, guys.
Of course it's crazy. Yes.
Of course it is.
It's not going to change. Like, I don't know. All the hate and anger we have to, I don't know, try to change it or redirect it or take advantage of it or cash in when you can. I don't know. That's what people do. It's the hobby.
Well, people come here to hear the truth. And right now, if you're buying anything modern, there's no scarcity. It's never been more overproduced. You have Panini on the way out. You have Topps on the way in. The first time in 16 years, Topps Chrome basketball, 90 million. That's like it's tens of millions over any other print run that they've ever done previously. Look, from an economics perspective, let's add it up. Supply and demand are always going to be, dictate the market. And if things are just sitting on shelves, come on, people are out.
This is
and the quality control is terrible. And then the cards look terrible.
It's manipulated market, Frank. It's not supply and demand. It's not an open market. It's not a free market. It's not regulated market.
Okay.
It is a manipulated market that lets that happen. And that is why, like, think of it, 90 million.
That's what part of the market gets manipulated.
If I
Because
have-
I want to go farther into this.
If I have
Our
a gold
K-shaped
50
hobby right now.
Think about this. If I have a gold to 50 of Cooper flag, and I know there's several gold, let's say there's 100 of them. Think about how rare that fucking card is, man. And that's what drives its value up. I hate to say that. Like, I'm not trying. I hate the beast that this thing is.
But he has 1,000 other parallels, Ziggy.
I just said that. Take 50 times 1,000. It still have 90 million. It's still rare. You see what I'm saying? It's still going to carry value in this crazy market based on what, and eventually I think it all will crash. But I also don't understand people buying vintage. Like, why is vintage cards going to hold value? You explain to me why vintage cards hold value. Because somebody else is going to come along who's older later on, like, man, this card reminds my grandfather telling me stories.
That is no bullshit, Ziggy. No. No one alive watched Honus Wagner play. That I'll jump in on the vintage. No, vintage has history. It's rare. There was one a year, and there was no crazy value like there is now. Everything got it. If you look at vintage 15 years ago, it's not like all the vintage was crazy prices, but everything moved at the same time. And vintage it's not like everyone saw Jim Brown. I don't talk to my dad. My dad tells me, oh, Jim Brown's amazing. No, I watch ESPN. I watch fucking highlights, and he's the best football player of all time. Not because anybody tells me, it's because I love sports. And there's once you're over the new people that get in want the now, and then they realize, oh fuck, a lot of that shit drops. A lot of times now, you're not doing this, but a lot of people then move back to the greats, the all-timers, the best of the best. And so I don't think my parents, a lot of people's parents, talking about how great Mickey Mantle was. I think he won 7 World Series. He's arguably one of the best baseball players of all time. His cards are super rare, and that's why they hold value. But I mean, you could go get a Hank Aaron, a Joe DiMaggio, a Jack Robinson for a decent price, as long as you don't want a high grade. And so they have more long-term. They're just historic. They're more historic than. We'll see today. It's a different product today and sorry I get weird on the video, but it's just a different product now than it was 50 years ago.
So my biggest argument, 2 things. My children have zero interest in it right now. I don't.
Right now, of course, I didn't have interest in it when I was a kid either.
Think that will change for them in the future. I could be wrong. The other part
because eventually they're gonna not be in the zeitgeist. They're not gonna be following all the big. They're gonna see, oh, these guys make millions. They're suckers. Screw these guys. Like, they're not all gonna want the modern stuff all the time. Eventually, people move back.
Vintage is also the easiest to counterfeit, alter, and fake, and that's been one of the biggest challenges with vintage.
Now the manga card. Look, none of this isn't. I've been waiting for this. The perfect timing. Here's a Joker that's fake. Here, autograph. Here's a John Cena fake autograph from China. I mean, they could fake anything. They're faking the booms.
Increases. Think about how easy it will be to. Like, my point is, if I had $10,000. First of all, I wouldn't put in any cards and wait years. I wouldn't put in any cards, guys. But vintage is the last thing I would park money in, thinking that in the future it's going to hold or have value. I think what will happen, most people, you have $10,000 in vintage.
Disagree.
Try to liquidate that. You're not going to get liquid on the money you think. I just think people find
disagree. I just sold a bunch of vintage at the beginning of the year. I did just fine with liquidity. It all moved.
But
there's people that want those cards. You just live in a different. You live in a different hobby, and you're not on those Facebook groups where people are older and they have real money and they're professional and they're trading tons of money.
I love the vintage community. I'm a big fan of them. I think, for example, vintage does some great breaks. There's great vintage breaking. I love how people chase a complete set. Think about this. They put a whole, 52 top set together, and you can buy one spot, which means every spot gets you a card, right? So there's 500 something cards in that set. I don't know. Somebody correct me. 700 cards. So you buy 100 spots in that break. I mean, that's a fun thing to do, man. That's a break to look into. Chase vintage cards. You can get a Mickey Mantle, a spot break. I know a lot of guys who breaks like that.
I don't want to break by cards like that, though, but fair.
But I know guaranteed to get something, right?
Tonight? We could do that tonight?
I don't know of any live vintage breakers. I wish there were more of them, though. There's one guy who does them. That's not my thing. So there is a guy who runs, I think on Whatnot, does exactly that. He breaks sets, which again, some people don't like the fact he breaks these vintage sets up. I think it's.
So I asked for a refund. He hasn't said anything. Happy New Year. Can we get money back? If the break doesn't fill, I wanted to do the break for the new year. and he's just sweating, not saying anything. So I don't know, but
I just
this
say
is where we're at.
hobby, man. I love
It's
this
like the only
hobby.
money I got.
I'll tell you again. I think so. I collect. By the way, like I said, I collect a lot of sets. I collect a lot of base cards, a lot of stuff on the side. But the stuff of value, I flip it because like most people, I think most of us in the hobby can admit this. What's great about the hobby, it can self-fund it. There's no other hobby where you, unless you're a drug dealer, where you can actually do it and pay for what you're doing.
Oh, weird. So you're comparing it to drug dealing.
It's very comparable to drug dealing because you're also paying on people's their desire and their what the value is because some mystical wizard told them it's in a case. You know, some guy told you the Coke was really good. I don't know, dude. I'm making this shit up, but there are some similarities, right?
You're confirming a lot of Collector Charles's comments about you throughout the
By
night.
way,
so far
Collector
with that
Charles,
comment.
I don't know why he doesn't like me. I'm a big fan of his, but he's always
Yeah,
making
Collector
stuff.
Charles is throwing some shade.
Why
Oh
do
my
you
God.
not like me, Collector Charles?
Okay, Ziggy, let's back up a second. So the whole private equity coming into the hobby.
Yep.
And propping up certain parts of the hobby. Give us your take on that, because I don't know if you got to the end of your rabbit hole as far as, you know, acquisitions and everything like that. Because,
great question. I don't think they're
before-
very happy with what they're seeing in the hobby because a lot of the bullshit going on in the hobby. Okay, I'll give you a good example. Some licenses are easy to like. There's no commitment, no contracts in something, right? It's a handshake deal type of stuff. And I think you heard somebody else talk about this. Numbers can be easily, manipulated in these private companies. Like Beckett's numbers, you might spend a lot of time looking at those numbers. So private equity, I don't think they're coming in as much as people think. I think there are some investment. There are a lot of what are those things called? The guys, the finance guys, investment bankers,
for a
hedge fund managers,
hedge fund guys, right? I think there are a lot of people in the industry, like in the Pokemon industry, in the distribution industry. I've run into a lot of that, especially in Pokemon. But they're doing it as a commodity, man. They see the big value and the selling cases and stuff. They see it as a hot product. They're not into it for the collecting, and they're not into it like they're building an empire.
correct. That's right.
Yeah.
And that's my premise, is that
And
it's
I
a
don't think
K-shaped hobby. There's gonna be this part of the hobby, the high value cards
K-shaped
that
is
none of us get access to
Absolutely right.
because they're given to all the breakers, and none of us are going to get a rookie patch, anything to that degree. Jason and I were talking about this. I think it even ruins their whole, rollout if they keep on having these hits done by these large breakers. But whatever, I haven't been around for a long time. But like, if you're taking hits out of the pool, like, wouldn't that delegitimize or de-incentivize people
in my
going after
opinion-
the
Here's something I'd say on that, Frank. When I came in the hobby, one thing that made me angry was, why isn't there more education in this, right? When hits happen, why isn't there a big board that posts out, hey, the 101's been hit, or the 5 of 10? This is I'm talking 2015 when I was in the hobby. And people said, because no one wants you to know because it affects the value of the product. Now, in 2025, I can tell you, there is a lot more tracking of the hits that are out there. And there is more impact on products. There's Super Factor or Tracker or whatever on Instagram so that you can see. And again, if you're educated into this hobby and you know the stuff that's going on, then you'll make educated.
Ziggy, you give too many. I know, but I've had this conversation for years, and you give too many people credit. Not everyone's, as you mentioned, it's an impulse buy. It's this and this. Not everyone's sitting there researching and doing their thing, and that's not even what they want you to do.
But it wasn't that
And
way.
this break's not going to happen. I asked him, should I ask him again to refund? Do I ask again for a refund? What
Are
do I
you in
do?
the
here?
chat? You can ask him in the chat. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm in
saying,
the chat. He
I
hasn't said
disagree.
anything.
That's why I'm saying we, the market, should drive it in a better way, right? For another thing that I would push for on the hobby is you should price line these breaks, right? For example, if these breaks aren't filling tonight, this should be on a break line where anybody can make a bid offer on that. And whatever the lowest bid is, that's what the break closes at. Or you Dutch auction these spots, right? Everybody hates a Dutch auction. But if you put this thing at $900 and you put it on a counter where it's going to go down to $50, it's going to close. There are ways you could make this better. There are ways you could improve upon this experience. But right now, and I'll say right now, it's not as popular as it was, but these damn wheels and the way breaks are set up. In fact, the whole filth bomb thing, like I talked about the other day, was you're buying in your own breaks, which is rampant in the hobby, right? You can't fill a break. What's the best way to do it? I buy my own spots in the break, fill it, let's go to the next one. Because people want to be entertained, right? So this breaker here has the cases. He keeps getting pressure. Maybe somebody just comes and buys the spots for him, and he buys it for himself. Just get the entertainment going. That happens all the time. Because
by this face,
this
it doesn't
break
look
is
like you're doing
confirmation bias. This break is confirmation
I don't
bias.
disagree. I don't
Everyone
disagree
sees
with
it for what it is. This Topps Chrome thing, the whole thing is bottoming out. I'm telling you right now.
No.
You're too bought into it.
I hope you're right.
This is a
I
big
hope
part of your
you're
life. The scarcity is gone. It's
He also
90
gives too
million
many people the benefit of the doubt that they're all studying like him and all have a system and all
I
have the
disagree.
discipline to do it that well.
I hope you're right, Frank. I will be happy if this thing bottoms out, dude. I won't lie to you. I will dance with you. I'm not that invested in it. It will not hurt me if this thing bottoms out. Hi, Charles. Nice to meet you, sir.
Charles did some good videos about this crap.
Thanks, sir.
Charles, bring the
Hold up,
fire,
hold
my
up,
man.
hold up, hold up,
I
hold up.
can't really send refunds on this right now. We're too
Why
close,
not?
and
Too close to what?
unless something goes wrong or something like that, I really don't have the authority to give refunds.
The authority, my ass. You're the one running the break.
Why
I
didn't it
told him
start
we
on
won't be
time?
breaking tonight? Question
You're
mark.
running a $3,200 break, and you don't have the authority.
Let me see, Jaw.
Unless again,
Mom,
a lot of
Mom,
these
can I
breakers-
give a refund?
He's working for.
Dad,
like,
can I refund this money so I don't get a belt tucked to me?
he's an hourly guy.
It's not filling because it's shit. I honestly, this is I think it's the biggest
$3,200
takeaway
for
from
a
tonight.
break of Cooper Flag and the Mavericks. You're not feeling that break, pal. You're not filth bomb.
Yo,
I wish
it's
he could
so
see it.
bad that Charles hasn't even broke Topps Chrome basketball. That's how bad this product is.
I have a confession to make. I did buy a couple of hanger boxes.
Want to see my replay? Want to see my replay?
No.
No, we did not.
Charles, how you doing? Happy New Year.
Oh yeah, it's a great Happy New Year. I'm going to give somebody Ziggy, take a breath. It's okay, man. Just breathe. Just breathe. It's going to be okay. Professor, I mean, I knew you were going to get into a break. You'll get into the one break that doesn't actually break, and it's going to be like, oh, fuck this shit. I'm never doing this ever again, as opposed to one where you get in right away, and then they do.
I should have had you on, Charles. I should have had you fucking on.
I'd have got you at least in Leighton Sports where they have like the 10-case breaks and you have a fighting chance of getting a card.
We'll do it now. Let's see you do that now. The Leighton's on this. Get you on Leighton.
2 cases was $200. 10 cases is going to cost me $2,000.
I guess I don't feel as good about wasting your money, Professor.
Right now at other streams.
You see Leighton open? I don't see Leighton spots available.
This guy's the worst salesman I've ever seen. He's trying to
They
sell.
do
his
like 10
product.
breaks a night.
On
They have to have something
Fanatic?
at some point.
Now we got Hardcore Collector joining. I don't know. This is going to go with 5 of us on one side. Let's see how this works. Mr. Hardcore Collector, good to see. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm a little frustrated with this, but other than that, doing well.
Hey, this is the perfect example, so you never buy another break again. I was thinking this is like the worst thing for you, bro. I'm sorry.
This dude is
Cheers,
running this
though.
break out of his basement. I don't know what is going on. It's like it looks like a sting operation. It looks like they're trying to catch one of us in like some kind of money laundering scheme or something.
So hold on. He might be working from his home, so he's a businessman, and that you're criticizing that dude. I mean, come
Yes.
on.
Yes.
It's
Look
fun.
professional.
We're having
That's not too much to
fun.
look professional, pal. It really don't. It
He
really
hasn't
don't.
been very professional
Yeah,
with me.
we do give refunds. I'm just saying that.
Can I kind of give my 2 cents on some breaking stuff here? There's a few things.
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanna
he's
talk
going to talk about refunds. Hold on one
All
sec.
means.
Usually don't give them instantly after somebody just buys a spot and decides a few minutes later they don't want it.
I thought it was tonight. It is my
It was hours ago.
first break.
He sounds professional as hell, Ziggy.
I have 100 people live. Should I tell him I have 100 people live watching or no?
Tell him.
He don't care.
He don't
He's got a
care.
middleman. He's the middleman. He's not even the one running the break. He's not. posing
You're
those-
right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
He's answering to somebody. That's why he's not doing shit.
Of course he is. Like I said, he's an hourly employee, or maybe he's probably hourly, probably not a commission.
He's getting paid cash, Ziggy. He's like
Well,
the
that's
guy that
good.
hands the pot off to somebody at the parking lot. He's not.
Understand? When you have some breakers, like for example, Gio, he's invested. He does his own breaking. His guy who breaks with him is a partner. They are very involved in it. That means they care more about the way they're going to package and ship it and everything, right? But when you employ a bunch of people and they're not invested, they're just doing their job, right? It's something to consider.
Trying to do that.
His big breakers, guys come in and sort cards. He's also going to do dishes afterwards later on too. So spend your money where again you feel better. I wouldn't have picked this break. It's not Professor's fault. Just we are where we are. Let's see. Is he going to?
No, it's not Professor's fault at all. He's just.
Thank you guys.
He did his best. He had a Fanatics gift card and he thought he could actually.
I'm sorry. All breakers can give a
Yeah, he should be able to give me a refund. You're right.
100%.
all breaker.
He should.
Yeah, all breakers can give a refund. They might need a manager approval if he's not running the show, but all breakers can give a refund. I've had to do it, dude. I mean, this isn't an anomaly, dude, to give someone a refund.
It's a button, but they will get in trouble if they don't ask permission, if they're not in charge. Right. So I understand.
I hear you, bro. He just said someone entered a break and then minutes later, like they want a refund. That was like 2 fucking hours ago, man. This guy, I mean, come on.
Well, again, part of this whole business, guys, is exactly that. It's to trap your money. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you buy your break, they feel you're committed, and they use you and the pressure that you're in it to get that break closed, right? Hey, go get your buddy to get in here. Then you go get your buddy. Hey, man, I'm in here with the Timberwolves. That's part of the sales process.
Yeah, but trees and cardboard, he's not even offering a refund.
He's trying to sell the Mavericks and the Spurs, and he can't because their price too high, and he can't do anything about it.
It's not even that, but again, think about this. This is part of the platform. You're right. You're talking through exactly a problem they have. But what do you want them to do? How would you change this?
Auction off the Mavericks, auction off the Spurs, and get this damn break running is what I would do.
If it does still happen tonight.
Again, he can't do that. It's not that easy, dude. You got 13 people in
It's
this.
easy if he's the one running the break. He's not the one running the break, so he can't.
Even if you got this, he's not going to auction off these teams for 13 people watching go for $5.
Well, it's not going to go for $5 if you set it at like half of what he wants it for. Set it at 16 and see how much it goes.
You're going to pay $1,600, or one of the 13 people in this room are going to pay $1,600. See what I'm saying? You're making these assumptions and you're putting all this blame on the seller. If you don't like the way he's selling, then don't participate in it. It's the stock they sell.
And Professor doesn't want to. He has buyer's remorse.
Well, his is different, okay? But you've been embraced, Charles, and I feel like you got raped and like you're not coming out and hate all breakers and you don't understand the business. Don't hate every breaker.
Oh my God, don't understand the business, Ziggy.
You don't, dude. You're mad because you didn't get a refund in a few minutes. Read the
I don't
platform.
understand shit.
Well, I'm just saying you're not taking your time to educate yourself on this.
This break sitting for almost a week.
Again, I would have fucking refunded the money because I would have been the authority to do that.
You're the first person that's asked for a refund. So
my main thing that I would say about breaks is it depends if you want to do like PYT, which is pick your own team, or random breaks. If you do a PY team, typically you're going to pay more for like a good team, obviously. But like, random breaks, a lot of times I don't like random breaks because, then you could be stuck with a crappy team that you don't want.
Yeah, you guys
but the upside is if you do a random team, sometimes you can get a good team for a lesser price. Exactly. So there's like, there's pros and cons to both like PYT versus random. But let's be real here. It is like a slot machine. It's, I bought in a lot of breaks, but I also buy a lot of singles, more singles than breaks. But, it's always a crapshoot,
Hardcore, you're right. Another thing about randoms, you can see exactly what you're paying, right? You can take 32 teams and times the number you're paying, and everybody's paying the same amount. You can see what the cost is, right?
I get it.
With these PYT prices, unless you add it up, you don't know what you're paying. And most people don't add it up. You don't. Why do you think
all you gotta do is price out how much you pay for 2 of those cases and divide it up
on our profile.
That's how much you charge for your break.
And click to send us.
But I'm saying, dude, it's again, these are different factors, and that's why I said to Professor earlier. That's why these wheels are what close deals for these people, because people don't have the patience, and then they'll chase a team. And we saw earlier the guy got the Mavericks for $158 in that 2-box break. Now that's a great value there, but he could skunk right now and get nothing. And he wasted $158, or he could hit a gold card and make thousands, right? That's part of this game. And that is what this is. I'll say this. This is gambling. This is absolutely gambling. I think people should be more educated about it. There should be more education how it's happening, but there's nothing wrong with it. This is why people consume this, dude. This is why it's also growing. I think that's another thing we should be aware of, right? Like, we can influence the way this hobby goes if we have better people breaking. Like, Gio's a good breaker, for example. If you were to pull up, what's his name? Jesse's night. Jesse, I don't know if his breaks filled, but he'll talk to you. He'll take a deal. We'll get cards going. We'll be cheering for each other. We'll be excited. I don't even like fucking Star Wars, but pull him up, Professor. Let's see where he is. I'll fill his break, and we'll fucking watch a break. If you guys watch a break.
Well, an example, Run Good Life, the way he runs his breaks. He has fillers.
Criticism with
25% and 10% fillers. So when he can't fill anything up, he's got those fillers that'll fill the rest of those breaks up. Jabs, when he's not selling the last 2 of whatever he has, he'll auction off at half price, and he'll get to close to what he was actually wanting for it. How he's doing that's up for debate, but That's how he gets his breaks going. He wants to get those breaks going as quick as he can because he's doing multiples of them. If this is the only break he's doing all night, he's going to sit here on these until like after midnight.
I don't disagree. This is a poor business model this guy's set up. And you're right. So back to the filler for the audience. A filler is, again, another form of micro gambling. So when you can't fill a team, when I can't sell the Mavericks, I make, say, 10 spots and I break the price up over 10, or I make 100 spots, break it over 100. And then everybody buys a spot like in a random team. And again, going back to Hardcore's point, then I'm gambling a small amount of money for a shot at winning the Mavericks. And when I get the Mavericks in a filler, I'm super excited. Then I go into the break with the Mavericks. And that is exactly right. What Run Good Life does, it does a lot of fillers. My only criticism is, again, you don't take time. Do you price out his breaks? Do you look at how much his breaks cost? Do you look at how much margins are there? How he's able to give prizes away? Like, he's no different than any of these other breakers, dudes. He's smart enough to pre-sell a lot of his breaks, right? So they sell out before he goes live. He has fillers to use it. But again, it's just a different way of attacking the market.
Brandon,
I prefer his model by the
There are fillers, but there's a lot of places where actually it's supposed to be like not within their SOPs, and it's like illegal or whatever on their platforms to do fillers. So then they have to run them through like Instagram or like a third party. Some people will still do it, but like it is.
Why RGL doesn't want to go to a major league.
So Fanatics
they don't like to do the fillers.
So Fanatics, for example, does not allow fillers in that sense, guys. They use
That's why he's turned them down. I think he's turned down whatnot.
They use serial breaks, because a serial, you're buying a number of a card in a spot so you can actually still get something. It's another shady way to get around the law, but it's a good point to bring a point, guys. Everyone is like razzing, which is gambling on Facebook. That's where this whole thing started. You used to razz spots, you'd razz teams, you razz fillers, and then they brought this to a platform. Right. And again, the wheel has made us another way we can.
The guy's talking. Honestly, I would rather just eat your spot myself.
That would be great.
Deal with it, honestly.
I have been nice. I haven't said
he's going to eat your spot.
Is he watching it? Watching you? I think he should refund it. I mean, I'm like, these guys just didn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Okay, the refund should have went through.
Hey,
It'll probably take several days to get back to your card, though.
I would say that's the problem, though. Now, Fanatics could take days to give you back your money, to be honest with you, dude. I don't know how long that will take.
Oh, Fanatics will take their sweet ass time, like 3 to 5 business days or some shit like that.
Let's see. I think I just got an email.
You're also rolling right into a holiday too, by the way. So that makes
no, it's fine. Whenever it comes, I'm not worried if it comes back in 3 to 5 days.
If you want to see a break, pull up Jesse. I'll be happy to buy his breaks, and you guys can watch him break. And again, I think my point, guys, I'm an advocate for a better hobby. I think breaking is critical to the hobby, and when done right with the right people, the right community, it is awesome. Like I'm not an asshole. Breakers are assholes. Breakers get all the hits. Breakers get loaded boxes. I love the hype. I love to talk about it. I don't think the breakers get loaded boxes. I don't. Now,
what I don't think Filth Bomb gets loaded boxes when they're the face of Fanatics Live. I have some beachfront property to sell you in Nebraska because they definitely.
They have volume. That's like a few years ago, backyard drinks. Everyone's can play backyards because they were at the Prism, and then it was fucking blessed.
They're so mad with me. They're so mad. Thank you. Hold on, I just want to hear. Let's hear what he's got to say.
That gets the loaded boxes.
They just send it back to your card.
Have you ever been at a casino when you saw the green hit twice on a roulette? Anybody ever see that happen?
I know there's mixed slot machines too.
But have you seen that a roulette wheel though when the green hits twice? I mean that happens. I've seen that. It's extremely rare. But it can happen.
Well, this would be an interesting follow. I didn't get an email from Fanatics Live saying I was refunded. Now the Twolves are back, so it seems like I got
posting.
They definitely refunded you. He released the money. I don't know how long to get back to you though. It depends.
But normally a company will send you an email saying like, okay, you were refunded, but not here. Okay, that's fine. But I should get the money back.
Yes.
Yeah. Check your credit card balance, see if you get some kind of.
You will. That's another great thing about Fanatics. If you ever had a problem with them, you contact the platform. They will.
I did have a few topics.
I'm gonna take a quick break too. By the way, guys, I appreciate this, Professor. I really like.
Ziggy, thanks for coming on. Call back when you're back.
I'm just gonna leave the camera on. I'm just stepping away. Don't drop me, man, because I like this.
Let's give Hardcore has been dying to say some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. All you. Did he freeze? What the hell happened? What's going on?
Really, I didn't want Charles on here for this one, but you know what? Maybe you should be here. This could be a good one. And I got one for Ziggy too that maybe at the end. All right. So I want to talk about the junk wax era, right? We've all been fed that our era of like the late 80s, in the 90s, the junk wax, everything that we collected as kids, right, became junk wax. And to a lot of degree it is, right? But I think Frank made some good points about where we're at in the market and that we're in a new junk wax era, which I actually don't exactly disagree with Frank. I think he's actually probably more spot on. But you know, Jeff Wilson, you know, your guys' favorite guy, he had done a video with Teapot. I don't know, it was like a month or maybe a couple months ago where they were talking about the junk wax era. And Teapot had said that essentially collectors and, you know, are going to forget about our era of cards because of the overprint and that the junk wax era will be like completely forgotten. Ironically, Jeff just did a video of like top 10 cards that increased or something of 2025. And two of the cards on that list was Bo Jackson and Barry Bonds. Bo Jackson's rookie card was 1987 and Barry Bonds' rookie card is 1986 and 1987, depending on.
What the fuck is up with people's internet connection today? Holy moly, we got this going on with Ziggy. I'm getting Ziggy. No, hardcore collector Charles, your time to shine. What's going on,
here.
Charles?
So you've seen firsthand how breaks work, right? And that's pretty much how most of them work. Is that Frank the Tank coming back in?
That's hardcore, but what? Help me out here. Let's join a fucking break. How can we do that? It's got $200 back. I think.
Well, I mean, if you want WWE,
so I want something that's gonna break. 79 people in this one.
We the Hobby, We the Hobby is one of the big dogs, and they're breaking
full case break. A lot of spots left. Those aren't gonna fill right now, right? No.
I would say We the Hobby will fill up pretty quick. They're one of the big dogs.
23 spots go into it. You think we'll get one?
I think you can get one.
What happened there? Holy shnikes.
That's how professionals do that. They get loaded boxes too. We the Hobby. It's We the Hobby and Filth Bomb get like the big boxes. They're the faces of Fanatics Live.
But it's interesting because I bought the 185 for 2 cases. Here it's 125 for 2. So it is, you do have to go price checking.
Yeah. And oh wow, that's LeBron James Ultraviolet. That's a case hit, so it's not bad. I would probably buy into one of these breaks. You might actually get lucky and hit something kind of decent in it.
Well, what a bummer how that went. Charles, how's your new year? What did you want to talk about?
Oh, I mean, get my camera squared away here.
Hardcore, your internet's being funny tonight. Hey now, what the hell? Who's going?
Hey now.
Charles, come on, man. Your last couple of videos, you were shitting on Top Scrum also about pricing, about Ruben and
things to shit on about the whole hobby.
And how he's losing a ton of money at gambling. Come on, man.
My newest video was on this woman named Casey's Cards on Twitter or on X, whatever it's called. And she was one of these fangirls. It's like, no one gets these bloated boxes, and Filth Bomb guys are good people and all this stuff. But at the same time, she'll call out other people on their bullshit. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. And then I think it was on the 29th, she was exposed for actually working for Filth Bomb.
Filth Bomb, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She tweeted out of the same account as what Filth Bomb uses and tweeted out that they got both superfractors of Mike Piazza or something out of Topps Chrome. And she was busted, turned into a crisp for it. So, yeah. So if it's her doing this, who knows who else is doing this kind of stuff? And Jeff Wilson does it out in the open. So there's a whole lot more going on in the hobby than just breaks. It's a litany of things. And I did a 5 predictions video too. And one of the things we really haven't talked about very much is the grading thing. PSA is doing everything they can to shoot themselves in the foot, man. They constantly shoot themselves in the foot. And Tag, they do AI grading, and they're biting into CGC's Pokemon grading. So they're going to try to get into sports car grading too. There's going to be a whole lot more as far as competitive grading is concerned in the next year. And I predict CGC will be a firm number 2 and PSA is going to slowly but surely decline. And I also think that Collectors Universe is going to make up for that by buying into Panini or Upper Deck or some major card. They're going to buy into the card game. That's their next step to get the FTC off their ass. They're going to be like, oh, well, now this is happening. We're buying Panini for $10 billion or whatever. So it's 2026 is going to get crazy, guys. And plus, April's got the football licensing for Topps. If you think this is bad now with the Chrome pricing, wait till you see $1,000 hobby boxes for football with this crappy draft class.
People are going to pay it. You're in a decline. But that's just with modern. That's only one part of the hobby.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Can't wait to see the unlicensed kabooms. That's going to be fun.
I can't wait to see you beef with Ziggy a little bit more because you were talking crazy smack on him. Like, let him have it, dude. Come on.
He must have.
Are you a keyboard warrior?
Yeah, I say I don't know what the smack is for.
Yeah, what was he saying? Come on now, Charles.
Yeah.
I was just saying,
Come
like,
on now you're on. What's your issue with
breaks.
Ziggy? Let's go.
That's all I was worried about. Y'all are shilling for breaks and this and that and the other. It's like,
I am a fan
in general, at this point, breaking is bad until we're proven otherwise. Until this gets under control. I don't know how you get it under control. I don't know how you regulate it.
Not according to Ziggy. Ziggy says, "Suck it, Charles."
That's like a priest. You're like a priest telling everybody sex is bad. You shouldn't have sex unless you're married. You shouldn't have sex. It's bad. It's all bad. I mean, come on,
I'm
Charles.
like, if you do it, shut your fucking mouth about it.
I'm with Charles. Breaking is for. Jiggy, you get so hot on the breaking. You're not saying it's all bad, but it definitely feels like I'm a degenerate gambler spending that kind of money to get into a break. Or I hope
is gambling bad? Then are you calling gambling bad?
If it's good, if you have a little, yeah, sure. If it's because gambling can really quick getting out of control and losing you money.
So let's say
it doesn't get to that. If you can spend $100 a month or be disciplined.
I am a gambler. I was a gambler before the hobby. I'll be a gambler if I leave the hobby. Aren't most of you gamblers?
No, that's why I don't do this.
I'm not. Are you not a gambler, Frank? Do you not gamble? Charles, you don't bet on anything?
No, I've never done a break.
I do gamble, but not like
this. It wouldn't even be fun for me. It wouldn't even be fun.
You don't bet on sports. I'm saying betting on sports.
No.
And if I do, Ziggy, it's like $100 a month. I'm not, $25 here. It's nothing. It's just a tiny little bet.
I have $50 on Miami tonight with the spread. I mean, that's my bet tonight. Is that bad?
Well, no, because you're not probably going to win it.
But why? But fine, it's still a gamble. It's what I still shouldn't be spending $200. I don't have that kind of money. If I want to lay down a $20 game so I could watch for 5-6 hours, have a little fun, no problem. But spending $200 on the T-Wolves tonight for 2 cases felt out of control.
Yeah,
I don't agree with you. Again, I would look I would look at value, just like when I go to bet at a casino. I look for value.
You can see how hard that is. Who the fuck knows what's happening here? They just want you now, buy now.
I mean, honestly, I will tell you this. If you're going to buy into breaks, if you want to try to get your best chance at a sure thing, as much as it pains me to say, and I'll never do it, but if you're going to buy into breaks, We the Hobby, Filth Bomb, those guys get a lot of product, and they're getting a lot of loaded cases. Might as well take a chance on it.
What? So the worst breakers in the hobby, you're telling them
if you're gonna do it, do it. I'm not saying to do it. I'm saying if you're going to, give yourself the best chance to get the money and get what you want out of it.
Oh my gosh! See, I would say this is where we disagree because my argument is, I believe to do breaking, you should support the good breakers and not these bad breakers. And bad, in my opinion, is I don't like the way they market, sell, and how they take the product to market. That's my opinion. I like the Geo model, right? I like the other one on there. Headline Breaks is another great breaker on this platform. There are women breakers on this platform. Love them. Great breakers. By the way.
Ziggy and the women breakers. We talked about that before. Let's go to that room.
Remember when Sports Card Radio had the blonde girl on the show who ripped open all those prison boxes in Florida? I forget her name. She is one of those breakers.
Marie?
I don't remember her name, but really nice.
I wonder how many people know that name. Hey now.
And again, I'm a fan of female breakers, by the way. I know Gio is not, but I am.
Yeah.
Come on, chill out. Don't throw him under the bus. He's not even here.
I'm just saying he did get mad at me.
I know. I don't think that's accurate. You're putting words in his mouth.
I do want to take credit for that, though. I was part of the team that brought female breakers to breaking. I know there were breakers before I said females, but after Queens of Cards, man, everybody had a female breaker. And you can look at that timeline. When we launched Queens of Cards in August of 2024, I think the only female breakers was the girl out of Florida Backyard. And there's a couple others like Haley Rips or something like that. There's a few other single breakers. But afterwards, the platform was full of female breakers.
So you're the reason we have Mama Breaks? Is that why? Is that what you're saying?
Mama came in differently. She was a breaker from COVID, and she came in through top. So I definitely say she was on
got
before
PPP money and happened to use it to break into.
And I'll tell you another thing too. The breaker community is not as friendly about each other. Like they say they're very welcoming. There were a lot of people who were not happy about us being part of the breaking community. They were not like, oh, let's come hang out. And you think women would support each other or breakers would support each other? They did not do that.
Women are catty as hell, dude.
I'm disappointed that come on, leave the women are good people. I'm annoyed that we couldn't get in the fucking breaks. I'm annoyed by that. That was supposed to be the New Year's. That was going to be fun. I am annoyed by that.
We'll say breaking in general is so competitive. Okay, as a breaker, I'm competing for allocation. If you're getting more allocation than me, I'm actually a little envious of that, right? How'd you get more allocation? Because you sold faster. Mama breaks.
Yeah, well, you missed that part. You missed that part that they're getting the allocation, so people are annoyed by that. It has nothing to do with female.
But starting in April, they're cutting out a lot at Fanatics Live, and they're not getting allocation anymore. They're going to stop getting everything.
Breakers are very proud of the fact that, hey, I sold the Mavericks for $700 as the last spot in a break. Look how much I sold it for. They brag about that. Why would
Did
they
you see how mad they were at giving me a refund? A simple, I guess, because one thing I wrote to them is they probably get bad customers doing kind of shit like that all the time. I'm an innocent guy. I just wanted I just thought we were going to do it tonight. I wanted to break tonight. I didn't know.
You are innocent, but again,
they were annoyed.
Is not supportive of that in the hobby. It just isn't. And
Hardcore.
We're not having a hard time.
Hardcore, you had to say thank you for, dude. I thought I may have pissed you off earlier, and so I'm glad to see you back. I'm glad you're calling back. I hope you're having a great New Year. What you had some things you wanted to fire off.
Sorry, I got McDonald's internet. I don't know what's going on New Year's Eve, but I apologize. First of all, I'm just an asshole, dude. I'm sorry. I just am. My mom just passed away. It's no excuse.
Oh no, bro. I'm really sorry to hear.
Yeah.
Very sorry for that, man.
Yeah, it's been tough for me, but
so you're young, bro. That's a bummer. You're pretty
my
young
condolences,
dude.
man.
I appreciate you guys, man. But you know what? To the honor, so I don't know. My internet's gonna cut out. There's a few topics I want to talk about, but since you're so big on Griffies, here's what I did. I traded my modern sports card.
I'm not big on Griffey, but go ahead. I think
on.
it's being overprinted or overpriced. But go ahead. Sorry.
I don't know if my internet's gonna cut out. All right,
no, you're good. Go. I'll cut it.
I traded some modern sports cards for two binders of Junk Wax Era, and I got two of these babies. One I think is a 10, and that one's mine. And one of them's probably an 8 or 9, and that's going to you, brother.
Hey now.
So
okay,
hopefully
bro.
some positivity in your life will help out with some of the,
very nice.
What you're feeling about the market. You know what I mean?
So
your own
cards,
I'm gonna ship that a screenshot of your address, so I got it. So
are you subbing those cards or are you sending them raw? I'm sorry, I missed it.
One of them I'm gonna keep and I'm gonna grade that possibly can get a 10, I think. And then the other one, it's in really good shape. It's just off centered, but I'm gonna send that to Proof, and Professor Sports Cards. So you keep that.
Hey,
So
thank you, man.
we'll start. You're welcome. But there was a few topics I want to talk about. If hopefully I don't cut out here. I don't know where it cut out before. So, I want to talk about the Junk Wax era because I have something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's kind of like a theory I have on junk wax and our era. So, most of us know, but let's just revisit it. The supposed, and rightfully so, junk wax era is from the late 80s, end of the 90s, right? So we've all been fed that the junk wax cards aren't worth anything, right? And a lot of them aren't, So Jeff Wilson and Teapot did this video about a month or so ago, and they were talking about the junk wax era. And Teapot's thesis is that junk wax cards will be worth nothing eventually, and I strongly disagree. Let's look at let's just talk about something as far as cards go. Wasn't the 60s and 70s considered junk wax at one point until they threw everything into the Hudson River?
Junk wax was 80s. They started really overprinting in the 80s. So the 80s is really the junk wax era. Is basically when you started seeing the Griffey bonds.
they
The
threw a
original
bunch of
52
cards
mantle got
into
thrown into
the
the Hudson River. That's why they're so rare, and that's
No,
why
in the
it's
60s,
the most
70s,
valuable.
it was one product. It wasn't mass printed. In the 80s, they started, the manufacturers said, "Oh, we can make some money this way," and they started printing tons of different products, tons of boxes, and just over printed. And the mass print run is kind of why it's called the junk wax era, is because there's just so much of it.
I want to give credit to Chris Sewell in this fact. I want to say it was Chris Sewell, but it also had to do with the fact they took gum out of it, right? Before then, it was still a product for selling candy. So you printed to the fact that it was a product that could spoil. There's a manufacturer limit. You had a marketing limit. In the 90s, they printed to demand, to market demand. And like, for example, the 89 Fleer, Upper Deck, they continued to print even after the year. There was no.
They printed a crazy amount. I mean, there's documentaries on it of just there's still tons of cases.
That's why that's called junk wax. So before that, but candy in that, and that candy is what makes a differentiation.
This is junk.
Yes, that is
this
junk
is junk wax. I know a junk wax, but this is junk wax.
Right.
But this junk wax somehow is worth $4,700. So how is it? You know,
in
what I mean? Obviously,
a
it's King Griffey
PSA
Jr.
That one in your
Yeah,
hand is not
I know.
4,700.
You
Good
know,
luck
I
getting
agree
the PSA 10
because
this year, by the way.
the quality was so piss poor back then too. You could hardly find anything good centering.
And
or
right now,
anything
things are
you know,
crazy. That card 2 years ago is not what you're saying it was. The Griffey market has done stupid pricing right now, and so maybe it'll stay that way. But you also could look at Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine and Chipper Jones and Shaq, and you know you could point to those guys. Those guys' cards are not 4,500. Everyone always wants to point to the one guy doing it right now. But I can make many more arguments that you know these junk like Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds. All right, that's
to your point, there's value. Everything you just said, there's value in what you just said. In my opinion,
just put the,
right?
I just maybe it's too much of it.
Can I make a comment?
Okay.
Biggest impact of this whole Griffey thing is that it becomes a tent pole in the hobby. Okay. In other words, it's not going to ever go to zero. It's going to be a strong card. You can debate about it forever, just like the 86 Jordan and the Mahomes. These tent poles become why we believe cards.
When a card doubles in a year, that should make you wonder. That's not normal, especially someone that. So when cards double in a year, that makes me put up a red flag as to why. And people have given me every angle on the opposite side, and I just, all right, we'll see. I don't buy that.
I think it's repacks more than anything.
That's some of it. But Bond's market hasn't skyrocketed. Ricky Henderson's market has skyrocketed. Just Griffey. Griffey's the one. He's the guy they're all pointing to is going to be the mantle, and we'll see. That's because they're all enamored by him because they watched him, so enamored by him. So, anyways,
back to my point that I'm trying to make. Jeff does this video, and they're like, you know, junk wax. People are going to forget about it. And maybe so. Maybe some of the people, but some of the people, like you just mentioned, I don't think are going to be forgotten about. The Roger Clemens. You know, for me, it's like Bo Jackson.
But there's so much
Frank
of it, it's
Thomas.
hard to hold in a hot. You're right. Those few PSA 10 where there's 100 copies are going to, but then everyone else, you know, you can get that PSA 8 Griffey for $80, $100. So you're right. There's going to be buying those few select ones, and they're getting eaten up now. The prices are already stupid. And why is the 9? I don't.
Let's compare the pop count with
a lot of it.
Let's compare a pop count with a Bo Jackson rookie or a Barry Bonds rookie, a Don Ross. So this is why I did the 1987 baseball video. I don't know if you went and watched it, but if you guys go to my channel, Hardcore Card Collecting, I made a video of 1987 baseball, and they are hard to grade. But I'm just saying, if you go and you like, you can.
I
buy
can
a
eat
box
you alive with pop count right now, though. I mean, I could the Bonds card that I do this. This is my pet project, so I know the pop counts, but anything. This one has 39, and it sells for 15 grand. Why? Because there's 39. So it's the Peachy, and it didn't get printed in North America.
How old is that? And that's a PSA 10.
That's the same year as Griffith's 87. It's 2-year difference.
Okay, let's look up a modern quarterback or
I'm not
like a modern
all of a sudden
player.
you want to switch it to modern. We're talking about junk wax. The one that has 30,000 where the Griffey has over 100,000, it sells for $450 and there's 1,700. The Griffey has over 4,000. Everyone is pumping Griffey. I could do this with every player. Their prices are not like Griffey's. Griffey is
Barry Bonds is
the guy they're pointing to.
Professor. That's another thing too.
What's that?
But there's
there's
value
scandal too. Clemens and
I could do it with Frank Thomas. I mean, it's the same fucking
Frank
thing.
Thomas has the same thing. Rafael Palmeiro.
No, Frank Thomas was never.
great.
You're wrong about Frank Thomas. He was never indicted or put. Rafael Palmeiro, yes. McGuire, yes. I'm here to talk about the future. I'm not here to talk about the past. Frank Thomas was never a steroid guy.
Well, they always implied that he was. He never got caught for it, and I don't.
He is no. He's one of the ones like Griffey where they put him on a pedestal because he wasn't involved.
What I'm trying to say is if we compare some of our junk wax, what's called junk wax era of some of these star athletes to the modern cards, no matter the sport, are these pop counts going to look pretty similar? You know, like either we're in another junk wax era, or I'm saying what I'm trying to say.
Great. I love that. So here's I love what you're saying.
There could be value in what we're calling junk wax era of our time.
Yes, but
which
some
is
of this
like the
price
Bo
is
Jackson
baked in it. People are spending 10 grand, 5 grand, where you could buy the Bonds PSA 10 right here for $400 to $700. So I think the price is baked in. I mean, you could find value.
I show that. I show that in my video. Obviously,
well, I didn't see the video. I don't know.
I'm sure you did it. It was, it was a good video. But I'm just saying, I go over that. I spent like over 100 hours making that video, believe it or not. But it's called 1987 baseball, or like best 1987 baseball video. But that's why the point I'm trying to make is this, brother. Like when Jeff does this, like, modern, like top 10 cards of 2025, he lists Bo Jackson and Barry Bonds as
Jeff's
part of the,
idiot.
like, I agree. I'm not like saying that he isn't, but it's just funny to me because they made a video where they were like, saying like, oh, well, it's the blue one there. I made that thumbnail. It's kind of funny or whatever. But anyway, so I go over that. I'm just trying to say there's value that at some point, like if we look at this, I agree with a lot of your things that you say, okay, about cards being too expensive, boxes being too expensive.
Price
But
is
guess
somewhat
what?
baked in. You don't agree with that when you're paying that much for a Bobby Witt Jr. or Cooper flag. The price they're already 10 times what those vintage cards are. So to say there's value,
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is people are always going to try to find value, and there's value in our junk wax era. You can go buy a box of 1987 baseball with a Bo Jackson rookie and with Barry Bonds rookie and Mark McGwire rookie for like around $100.
I follow a lot of the vintage stuff. I saw a Tom Glavine Tiffany, and Tiffany is super rare. Okay, it's not the regular top. This is the rare one, and it's autographed, and that's the world I pay attention. Sold for $500, and yes, there's some value there, and yes, it's an awesome card, but it doesn't get the hype. It doesn't get the love. Tops and Fanatics can't make money off it. And so I do think you're right. There's some value there. Will they be $20,000-$30,000 cards? I don't, you got to hit right, I guess. There'll always be value. People are always going to look back and want the home run leader, Barry Bonds. People are always going to look back and want Griffey. There's Roger Clemens. You're right. There's value there. There's just a lot of it. So it won't appreciate like the vintage.
This is one of my all-time favorite cards. It's Ryan Sandberg. That's peak junk wax.
Oh, look at you. You must have been listening to me when you bought that one. I like that card.
I actually did. I was like, what? Oh, yeah. I forgot about Ryan Sandberg's rookie card.
What did that cost? Less than $200, I bet.
When I got it, it was $175. Now it's like valued at $300 because it's
it's an awesome card. Awesome card. Collector. Hey, I appreciate Hardcore Collector. I'm so sorry. What's your first name again?
I just call me Hardcore.
Hardcore. What I know you bring some good topics, and that was a good one. It got us going. What's your next topic?
Okay. All right. Prediction. All right. 2 predictions. All right. 1, Raiders are going to get their franchise quarterback. Finally. Raiders fans.
Yeah, right.
That's not like a huge one. Like, all right.
Trade draft. Is it a trade or draft?
Happy New Year. I hope we picked the best quarterback and he plays well. I hope you're right, man. I mean, we haven't had a franchise. Even Rich Gannon wasn't franchise. We got him at the end of his career. We have not, my whole life, we haven't had a franchise QB.
Marcus Russell?
Burrow to the Raiders would be mad, be crazy.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
But nobody in this draft is a franchise quarterback, in my opinion. It's just my opinion.
I know a lot of people say, but you never know.
I would say
Lamar Jackson was drafted last pick of the first round. Brock Purdy was drafted last pick of the draft. No, it's so hard to target those quarterbacks.
And the Raiders is a really tough system to go into unless you're really talented. That's why Burrow is able to succeed.
Hey, Hardcore, it sucks because what I hear is it sounds like Pete Carroll's coming back for another year.
Burrow to the Raiders.
I hope. Awesome. But there's a sleeper quarterback that nobody's talking about that's going to come on the scene, and he'll probably be either second or third quarterback.
I'm going to slap you.
Drew Aller. Drew Aller got hurt. If he would have came out last draft, he would have been the second quarterback taken out in the draft.
You guys are going to totally trade and get Mac Jones from us and give you your draft pick to us, Professor. That's what's going to happen.
This is why a lot of people make money.
Mine is looking good,
by the way, because football cards. You're right. A lot of these quarterbacks come out. They don't get playing time the first year, but they're actually talented. And when they get that playing time, those cards spike. That's why people make so much money in freaking football cards.
But then they go back down a lot of times. But you are yes.
Sell it.
All right, second prediction. Second prediction: the Oakland A's or Sacramento Athletics are going to make the playoffs this year.
I like what they're doing. I don't like that. The problem is that ballpark is impossible to pitch. Pitchers don't want to pitch there. And so that's why I think it's not going to happen. But I do like what they're doing. They're doing some. What do you think? They're young. They just signed a couple players. They look good.
Like I said, I don't have the money to afford. I don't have the money to afford a Nick Kurtz card, but I think he could end up being like an Aaron Judge. Call me crazy and
Slow
maybe
down,
a little
slow
more.
down.
I know you think I'm crazy there or whatever. Hey, let's see in 5 years, maybe I'll be like the biggest jackass.
You're right. No, you're not a jackass. The point is that majority of the time they don't make it to like that. We can make so many names that are supposed to be that, and they just don't. It's so hard.
Right.
So it's a bold prediction. He does look great, but especially when pitching figures it out, you normally go there's a sophomore slump because pitching is now you've been scouted.
Look at Pete Crow Armstrong in the second half of the year for the Cubs.
You're right. My mind goes back to Bellinger. Bellinger was crushing it that rookie season, and then MVP season just downhill from there.
Hardcore.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Auto? Do you collect the rookie cards or the rookie autos?
He's looking for an auto. It must be a parallel.
I'm more of a budget friendly kind of guy. So
I'm sure you could get a $10 one, right?
Okay,
I mean, go buy a $10 Kurtz.
And I like the Christmas product because it had a lot of his cards and had a lot of his short prints, right? Like I think I hit, who's the other one? Wilson, right? Jacob Wilson is the other rookie for the A's.
A's or
what?
what?
With the Christmas hat SSP. I'm super excited about it.
Oh, nice.
That's a fun product to rip, by the way. Still affordable.
I always like the Christmas stuff.
I bought two of those boxes.
To the moon.
One of them on my channel, and then I bought a couple baseball update. All right, last one is a hot topic. It's not a prediction, okay? So, all right, so this is why I'm glad Charles is on. Maybe not, actually. So, here it is. And this is something I've felt this for a long time, but I'm going to be real with you guys. Pokemon created the junk wax era. When Pokemon started, and that was like 96 or something, but the 90s, Pokemon 99 is what really created the junk wax era. Now, hear me out. All right. Now, I was in high school at the time Pokemon came out, and I lived at a daycare with my dad's girlfriend at the time or whatever. And there was like 15 kids running around. None of these kids were collecting any sports cards. It was all Pokemon. They had the Pokemon backpacks, the Pokemon lunch pails, cups. Like they monopolized
things that are happening with One Piece.
They monopolized everything, and it blew my mind because I was like, why are you guys collecting sports cards? Like, that's what I did when I was their age, in elementary school and middle school and stuff. So, it was a weird transition for me. I never understood the Pokemon thing.
I want to piggyback off that. In the past 20 years, manga and anime has taken over in America. They're saying America doesn't outsource pop culture, but when it comes to this, most comic books that's been taken over by people reading mangas, and so some of it is that man, what the kids are watching even now before. Okay, it wasn't as big. It's gotten even. That's what they watch is anime all the time. That's what these kids watch: anime, and so that helps these TCGs. And there's way more. For every 10 kids I come across that know Pokemon or One Piece, they could care less about sports cards. Now, the junk wax era you got to drop because I think you're misunderstanding that, but I think you're on to something with what you're saying.
Can I ask Professor?
Hold on.
I'm just quickly, Professor. Are Pokemon more acceptable in schools than sports cards? Because I will tell you,
I'm a not play. I'm a coach first. I'm a player first coach. I'm a student first teacher. Yeah. If we wanted, I'll give out cards in my class. We have a trade day. You can't bring them in the lunchroom because someone's going to end up banning them. It's going to become a problem. Some kid's going to try to sell them. It doesn't matter what kind. But yes, the ones I give a hey, you want Pokemon? You want football? You want basketball? 80%. Last year it was soccer. I had an interesting group that all loved soccer. They played a lot of FIFA. But this year, no, all the kids want the Pokemon cards. I don't give out One Piece. I'm keeping that for myself.
To support hardcore, I think part of that is teachers and adults at the time saw Pokemon as cheap and friendly, right? We saw no value in them as a parent. Your kids buy it, great. You throw it, if it's on the floor, you throw it out. It's on the floor. I don't give a shit.
Where were you going with it?
Sports cards had more value, or at least a perceived value. So I do agree. I think it flooded the market with Pokemon, where even, like I said, all of my kids, nieces, nephews, every one of them is aware of Pokemon. When they hear about me, oh, Uncle Mike, you're into the Pokemon. Well, I have some, but that's not my strength, right? So I agree. That's a very interesting comment you're making about Pokemon caused the junk wax. And that's a statement that Pokemon started the whole junk wax era in the 90s.
I think you could make an argument that Pokemon's kind of junk wax. They just keep releasing more and more and more and more.
I would say this. I think at some point the manufacturers.
Hey, thank you, Rhonda.
The manufacturers looked at the market and said, we got to focus on kids. because they weren't, right? From the 80s to like 2000, kids were not in this hobby. Kids were not in the hobby even in the 2000s.
I was, what are you talking about? We were all in the hobby as kids at that point.
I'm just saying it wasn't kid friendly. It wasn't kid popular. Like a sports
we
car
were.
video about when you go to the National. I was at the National in 2016. There were no kids there. I'm not kidding. There were not. There were no
that
kids.
I believe. I mean, that
Yeah.
I believe. But it's all as kids we were something. But hardcore, I'm very curious because you had a reason you went with it, and we kind of interjected. Where were you going?
Junk wax. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you had something to
So,
say on it.
I agree with some of what you guys said, but I also disagree with some of what you said. And here's my theory on it. Okay. And it is a theory. Okay. Or analysis of what I think is going to happen with our era of what we call junk wax era. And I do think we're in a modern junk wax era. I agree with Frank on that. But if you look at Fanatics and they want to grow the market by 10%, okay, they want to grow the market by 10%. Who are they targeting? Are they targeting the Pokemon collectors? Are they targeting people now our age where we have kids, right? So like, I'm 43, right? They're going to be targeting an older, a more older tier. Kids don't got thousands of dollars to go buy into these breaks.
I think they're targeting both. They're targeting it different ways, but they are trying to think about giving the cards away to the kids or showing kids trade night. They're trying to bring in that group.
To grow the market by 10%, they need us bought in that are parents that now have kids, like
more than 10%.
like I have a teenager and then I have a 9-year-old.
Of course, that's what I agree. Of course, yes.
Wishing that the target market is not a $50,000 income. It's not a $100,000 income. It's higher now. That's what they're doing. They know
but
that.
they also want to bring in the youth as well. I mean, that's definitely part of it. You are right. It is targeting a higher demographic.
Look at the influencers.
They want to bring in youth.
Let's say I get out of the market.
As a father, you can justify wasting money on cards and gambling with your kids. That's what I think a lot of parents
Sure,
do.
that's fine. Hardcore, what were you going to say? No, that's fine.
The kids are not the ones who are loving the cards as much as you think, in my opinion. The majority are not as in love with them.
It's a way to bond, but you got to do it disciplined, and it's easy to get over your head with it.
So if I'm a middle class father, right, and I've like my oldest son, he collects basketball, and my other son, he's more like soccer, okay. But like, so if I buy stuff, I got to buy it for me, but also I got to take care of them, unless I just want to be an a-hole father and I'm just going to buy it all for myself.
That's right.
But so if I buy it, even if I was into Pokemon, even though I'm not, but let's just say I was into Pokemon, it's going to regurgitate something in my mind where I'm going to go back to my youth of what we call the junk wax era. And I'm going to start thinking of the cards I collected as a kid. I'm going to start thinking of the Barry Bonds, the King Griffey Juniors,
Yes, but here's the point. That didn't just start happening. Yeah, I understand you guys just maybe people been doing that. Like the double to spike is weird. It's not like everyone just started in 2025 or 2026 saying, okay, I'm going to move back to Griffey. People been buying that stuff for years.
Sure. But it's all supply and demand, like everything, right? So Pokemon did help create the junk wax era because it took out the demand for the supply. There was too much supply and not enough demand. But if more people like me or my age group come back into the market, guess what they're going to do? They're going to want to buy the junk.
This is not new. 2020 saw everyone come back. We're in a place where everyone's back.
And they're going to grow it even more.
All right, we'll see. I disagree with you.
Agree or disagree. I'm saying there could be value. I'm not saying I'm 100% correct.
I agree with you there. I think
there could be value in the junk wax market.
The Tiffany cards, find the rare stuff. That's the best advice I give. If you're going to go after junk wax, find the rare stuff like the Tiffany, the glossy. I think the auto makes a big difference because now you're going from a card that's 20,000 in print pop count. When you have the auto, there's less than 1,000. So that's why I like the auto. Adds a lot more rarity to some of those junk wax cards. Guys, I want to do like 5 more minutes. I want to give out the voicemail of the night and then wish everyone a happy new year. I don't know. Why don't we start with Ziggy, then Charles, and we'll finish with Hardcore.
I just have one quick question because Hardcore brought something up. You have 2 children in sports. One thing I recommend, or in sports cards, I did this myself. Get them involved in the ComC. Get them a ComC account.
I like that. I like that.
Set them up with some cards in that account. Give them either $50 to start with, or let them send cards there, because they'll learn the business side of it, listing and selling.
Learn a lot of cards. Absolutely. Dude, I actually like that. That's a place where you're not going to get too fucked or get into like, oh, I'm going to spend so much. Yeah, I actually like, and you learn it from the bottom up. You see so many different cards. I actually like that a lot.
My negative of that, because I have kids who are 20, 18, 16, and 14, is at some point it became more of a business to them than it was about the cards. Now that might be because of me and my influence and the way I approach it. Your kids might see it as a collection, but it teaches them a way they can self-fund their hobby too. Right? If I want to get cards, Dad, I can put some in my ComC account. I can sell them. I can buy more. I just recommend any father.
You know what else I like about ComC? Because I hate in sports cards, it is a little different Pokemon. I think it's all about having the victory. I want to win this trade. I want to win this. And on ComC, that's not necessarily there. You're not dealing with that. There's a prize. You know, you can. I like that it removes that element of.
You have Pokemon on there. It's everything. I do recommend it for fathers, even the cards, or fathers of kids. ComC accounts are really cool. Just monitor them. I had two.
Ziggy,
with my kids.
Happy New Year, bro. Thank you for spending it with us.
Thank you for having me here, man. I really enjoyed this.
Can I ask you guys one question?
I really appreciate you, man. I hope I didn't piss you off. Go 49ers. And I look forward to seeing the show again.
Hell yeah, shoot hardcore.
I want to ask all you guys one question, okay? Because like I've thought about this as well as like part of my other thesis or whatever. So me as a kid, when I would drive my bike to the card shop on the corner, not too far away, because they were everywhere or whatever, right? Like I would collect the cards or get the packs of cards, and I would you open them and it makes you excited, and
put them in a binder.
Yeah, they're not bangers like now, but guess what it did? It made me want to go play baseball, or it made me want to go play football.
Oh, for sure, it was a connection. Yes.
Yeah, the connection. Yeah.
But
so
some of it is cha-ching now. Some of it you can't deny. Some of it is not the connection. Some of it is I see a opportunity to make some money.
I agree. Okay. But the positive part, because there's a lot of negative, and the pricing and stuff, but the positive part is it helps you learn about that sport, learn about players, and also motivates you to want to get off your ass of playing a video game and let's go to the park and let's throw the ball around, or something, baseball or football or whatever. So I just want to say there is some positive stuff that can happen from collecting sports cards with your kids that sometimes I think
cards,
it's missed.
Of course, I agree with you, but it's hard when a lot of it's just shilled or pushed in your face, and that's why I do this. But all the reasons you just said, dude, that's why I have my love for cards. It brings you closer to the game you love. Charles, how do you want to finish this off? And then we'll do the voicemail of the year. And hardcore, I think it's Mike. Thank you for calling in, man. Have a happy New Year.
You guys too. And this is going your way, brother. Hold me to it.
Hey, now, appreciate it. I'll open it on the channel. I look forward to it. Have a good night, Mike.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Hey, now.
All right,
Charles.
So you know
it's
how
fitting,
you
Charles. You were my first caller ever to the channel, and we're now going to end the new year fucking talking to Charles. Thank you for being a supporter, Charles. It means a lot.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. You inspired me to create my own channel. So
hell yes, love hearing that.
So there you go. So you know how you mentioned the mangas and the anime cards and stuff like that.
Yep.
So this is my favorite card right now. Shoto Imanaga anime from Bowman. I love that design, and that's inspired from.
Hold on. Let me put that on. Go ahead, show it again. Those are cool cards. What's the price point on something like that?
Well, I traded get this, a Jaden Daniels rated rookies holo straight up for it. So that's.
Are those in the thousands? I just don't collect. I don't know.
It's $300.
Okay, all right.
It's not that. There's rarer ones like you can get refractors of it and shit like that, or the parallels. But I just wanted the card because it looked cool and I could make it even trade for it. So.
Charles, how do you want to finish the night off?
So I wish everyone a happy new year. If you thought 2025 was crazy, 2026 is
keep your hats on.
Mental as fuck. They get the football license in April. And they're doing the same rookie class that they're doing right now. So you're going to get Cam Smith rookies from Topps. You're going to get Ashton Janney. You're going to get
Hobby Champs. I agree.
Yeah, all this stuff.
Charles, you have a great New Year. Thanks for being here tonight, man. It was fun.
Thanks for having me.
Happy New Year, he says. All right, we'll do voicemails. It was so nice of Frank, and I was enjoying watching some of these. Oh my. Let's do it. Let's end with a few and then voicemail. Austin Reeves went for 50. Nope, already did that one.
And professional sports cards. Professional sports cards is your promo code. Saves you 85% on your first break over on the Mike and Mike app. Have a good night.
Go! Gio, see you soon. Bye.
Gotta give Gio some credit, I tell you.
Who's coming on? Who's coming on?
Says his piece. I thought I'd come on just to be a voice of reason. Calm these guys down a little.
Hey, two great guests, Petty and Orlando. Shout out to both of them. I hope you have a great New Year. Petty went hard too. Petty didn't shy away.
Petty never shies away. Petty is petty. He's real for sure. And this hobby is for everybody, Petty. You got all kinds here. and it's a good thing. Geo brings in a lot of people that normally wouldn't be in the hobby if it wasn't for breaking. The problem is
not in a healthy way. We love you. Suck it. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Paul, oh my goodness. From my PC, that's the weird buddy of mine, Paul. Let's get him on. This is Paul from San Diego, California. Paul. What the hell's he got to say? Welcome, Paul. Can't hear him. Can't hear him. We can't hear you. All right, we're losing some viewers, dude. I thought it was
You already know. Hey,
the man. End the year. Holy shit! Here we go.
John Crack is my spirit animal.
I'm not even Dan the Card Man. Who else we got here? I don't want any Uncle Darnell. Paul, give me a Charles, thumbs up so I know you're real. All right, Paul's a real. No Uncle Darnell. Paul, what's going on, bro?
Hey, what's
he
up?
hasn't called in a while, Paul. All right, let's do the voicemail of the year. Let's get out of here. Wish everyone a happy new year. Thank you for being here on the new year. I had a bunch of fun. We were under a bit 100 all night, and that's expected. They'll pick back up just fine in January. I have it down to 2 calls for the voicemail of the year. They'll win the Aaron Judge. I'll send it out tomorrow's New Year Day. So I'll send out this and the other one Friday. And sorry to the other winner. It's taken forever. I warned you. Here we go. It's between Kenny Effin and Banute, who was here tonight, I think. It's one of these two. It's 47 seconds, a minute. We're going to hear both and give away the Aaron Judge.
Good morning, Prof. It's Kenny fucking Powers, brother. I just saw that Topps Now is going to have a release with actual World Series confetti. Are you fucking kidding me? Confetti from a World Series game is now going to be a 101 card? What asinine fool would collect this shit? I guess I might as well take all the fucking confetti I saved from my concerts I've been to, and I'll make 101 cards for different artists that have passed on. I mean, what bullshit is this? Fanatics is shit. Michael Rubin is a scumbag. Jeff Wilson sucks their cock. Fuck all these motherfuckers. I'm done with it. Goodbye. Take care, Prof.
Wow. So that's probably going to be the winner. He's put that in over a month ago. He's been the leader for now. People are already congratulating Kenny that he wins. Sorry, Banute, however you say it. And we're going to play yours now. I thought it was a good voicemail, and I'll kind of decide. Chad will kind of decide. Let's do it.
This is Banute. Let's start with Card Collector 2. This guy comes off so pompous, arrogant, disinterested in his videos, and they're all with kids. Stop using kids. Then he has interviews where he's constantly telling me the guest is his friend. My friend is this, my friend that. I've known him for a long time, blah, blah. If you listen to these interviews, he's constantly telling you how cool he is. My friend. He's like a Armenian cab driver. Speaking of kids, who is this King of Cards joker? He can't stop using kids in his videos.
It's a good fucking line, man. That is a good line. My friend.
Videos either. He's got to stop it. Should call this like King of Cards and Kids. Well, I guess there's too many Ks. Let's talk about Jeff. That's Jeff with a G. Jeff the giraffe. The giraffe because he only eats from the top of the tree and looks down upon us lesser beings in the forest who can't reach the fruits he can. Sorry, Jeff. None of us can afford hobby boxes anymore. You weren't the first to put slabs in a mystery pack. I do like Teapot, though, so good hire there. Last is Mojo. Come on, stop crying on YouTube. No one wants to hear your emotional bullshit.
Didn't have to be Armenians. It could be any cab driver. I don't know why Armenians. I don't even think Armenian when I do. My friend. I don't know. It could be many cab drivers' ethnicities. Let's let him finish. But yeah, this was a great call, but I think Kenny Effin's too good.
You're a dumbass to want to open a brick and mortar. And sorry, bro, you aren't a businessman. You're an influencer, and that's the only revenue stream you have. Barely certain you're just in the whole flipping. That's pretty obvious. So that's all. Just love the community. Shout out to Queen Rhonda, Foulmouth Teddy, Ziggy, who brought the heat last night, Frank the Tanker Miller Lights, even Frank the Apprentice, and said Survivor Orlando. Suck it, Gio.
Who won? Let's do a poll. We got Kenny, and I'm going to spell the other guy's name wrong, Banute. I think Kenny's our winner, but Banute put up a good poll, a good fight. I'm starting the poll. I'm going to take whatever the poll ends with. I think Kenny's probably my vote, but we'll let you vote. We'll give you just a minute or two, and then I'm going to wish y'all a happy new year. It was a lot of fun. I knew tonight would be a smaller room. The next, we have Troy coming on Tuesday. On Wednesday, will be Chris Sewell, and I think Dan the Card Man. Thank you to Card Ladder and CIA for being sponsors. By the way, my first ever. It starts on the 1st, so in about a couple hours where you live, I guess. But what was I mentioning? Prof is going to be the promo code for Card Ladder. You get a month free for Card Ladder. Hey now. All right, what do we got? We got how many votes? It's way closer than I thought. Let's put it that way. Get your votes in because it's way closer than we thought. Vote now if you're here. There's 70 people still here. Let's get them in. It's very close, within 5% of each other. Much closer than I thought it would be. So just real quick, I don't know where it shows you. Maybe at the top. We're starting to get more voters, starting to slide a little, but it's very, very close, much closer than I would have thought. And Banut gave a great call. It wasn't it wasn't his passion, but he said some great things, and he had a couple great, hilarious lines. I'm going to let it go for one more minute. I assume everyone here that's voted has voted, so I'm going to give it 60 more seconds. Banut got bot voting, Pokemon collectors voting against Kenny. Kenny pretty much just swore a lot. He had some good stuff though. Happy New Year, Reef. Happy New Year, the real Ron Fig. Ziggy no, Collector Charles. Reef made it towards the end. Sports card comments. Petty's been here all night. Guys, I hope you have a great New Year. It's going to be a good 2026. So close. It is really close. The voting, within 5%. It's staying in that range, but it's 50-something% to 40-something%. I'm going to give it 30 more seconds. We're giving away the Aaron Judge. I'm a jerk for not sending the Roman Anthony Roman, 2 first names. But so I need to send that out. I will send that out by Friday. And Jay Guliana's here. Hey now, Guliano, my bad. Jay is here. Good to see a hardcore collector. It was nice of you to call in all the callers. Happy New Year. Let's do it. I'm ending the voting. It's closer than it was. It's closer than it was before 10 seconds ago. It's neck and neck. Neck and neck for the Aaron Judge. Here we go. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Our first countdown before Happy New Year. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And how do I end it? Right there. End the poll. I think it's going to show you at the bottom, I would assume. 53% Kenny. We got 30 votes, so not all you voted, but Banut 47%. So Kenny effing Powers, you're the winner of the Aaron Judge. Guys, have a great New Year. Thanks for being here tonight. Thanks for your support all year. And here's to a great 2026 to all. If you missed it, Kenny effing Powers just won. Kenny effing email me, professorsportscards@gmail.com. I'm going to send out both those giveaways, and it's going to be a great New Year. We made our little bingo card. I'll put that in a bingo format if I can get to it. Predictions. Where the hell are they? There they are. Hobby Hero goes to jail. Jeff Wilson scandal. New all-time high sales. Snipe investigation. GameStop gets bought. Collectors goes public. Tops gets into TCG. Professor 10,000 subs. Mojo opens a card shop. Panini Fanatics settle. Panini sells. Panini makes unlicensed Prism. The Upper Deck Griffey hits 6,000, or does the Upper Deck Griffey hit 3,000? Trike joins the Sports Cards HQ Live Fanatics rating. Have a great New Year. Happy New Year, all. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you Tuesday. Look out for a video coming out, and I'll see you Tuesday. Have a great night. It was a lot of fun. Happy New Year.